Hey, what up, dudes? Group Hunt Saber here. Finally back with some more Tsukihime, man. How long has it been? It's been too long. It's been too long. Way too long. Hold on, I gotta pull up my stuff. Yeah. I just had a really busy couple of days, couple of weeks. But we're back. We can continue. Last time we left off, we're on chapter 10, right? Yeah, chapter 10. That was loud. I forgot to stream. I forgot how to stream. I forgot to record, stream, all that shit. That's okay though. Ow, my hand! That's asleep. I dream. A hazy, meaningless dream that lingers on my tongue like burnt sugar. Do you want her? I don't know. I have reason enough to, and we've grown so close. Everything's such a mess right now that I can't remember how I felt at first. But no matter how messy our relationship is, there's no denying that I developed feelings for her. Do you love her? I don't know anymore. Hold on. There we go. I know I want to see her. I want to hear her voice. But when I imagine openly declaring my feelings, I hesitate. She means a lot to me. But I'm scared to consider what I might mean to her. I recall that stormy afternoon, after my encounter with Arc. After I learned who I truly am. There's no sugarcoating it. As great as a menace as vampires are to humanity, my eyes are no less an abomination. I should never have been born at all. In a just world, I would have frozen to death right there in the rain. That's what would have happened if she hadn't assured me that I could still atone. More than love, I feel an overwhelming gratitude to her. And with that, a desire not to disappoint her. So now, I don't know how to feel. All I wanted was to see her smile, so why? Why did I do the one thing I should never have done? Why did I cause her so much pain? It's okay, Shiki.
Shiki-sama.
Oh. Dang, I don't remember how to play. Oh, L1. That's how you do auto mode. That's all I need to know. Let's try and go. Okay, logs. Hisue voice filters through the early morning light.
シキ様、お目覚めのお時間です。どうかお気を確かに。
My cautiousness rises from the depths. The voice, monotonous but sincere, like a whispered prayer, guided me to the surface. Dang, Hisue is like the only normal girl in this game, right? Almost normal girl. In the Kohaku route, Shiki turned her into a Yandir. The instant I opened my eyes, a sickening pain stabs through my temples. I must still be exhausted from last night.
おはよう、翡翠。今朝もありがとう。時間はちょっと余裕ないかな。すぐに着替えて食堂に行くよ。
I crawl out of bed, still in my pajamas. The throb in my head persists, but it should settle down with time.
シキ様、メガネはおかけにならないのですか？
ああ、かけるよ。ちょっと頭痛がするから忘れてた。
シキ様、今朝もご気分が優れないのですか？
大丈夫。頭痛はすぐに収まる。体調だって悪くないし、ここのところ調子はいい。考え事があって、ちょっと寝不足なだけなんだ。
Dang, she's genuinely worried about you, Shiki! Marry her! To Hisue, I must look like a death warmed over. I can't even muster the energy to put on a brave face. Ciel goodbye chased me into my dreams and still occupies my thoughts now that I'm awake again. My brain refuses to focus on anything else. Not Arc's odd behavior last night, not the pressing matter of sniffing out Roa's remaining minions.
では、学校はお休みにならないのですね。
ああ、行くよ。急がないと遅刻しちゃうけど。
School is my only point of contact with Ciel. I won't let one little headache take that away from me.
かしこまりました。それでは、どうかご無理をなさらぬようお願いします。
With eyes full of unspoken concerns, Hisue leaves the room. Another wave of pain assaults me. It subsided while I was talking with Hisue, only to flare right back up the moment she left. Oh, what's going on?
これ、すぐに収まりそうにない。
It feels like I plunged my head into a paper shredder. This is different than my usual vertigo. This is a tearing, grinding pain. I can't even keep myself upright. Burying myself under the duvet, I clutch my head in my hands and try to weather the storm. Oh, the pain refuses to pass. Over the past 7 years, I learned time and time again that there's no running from my own biology. But it's not usually this bad. Someone is driving a 5-inch nail into my brainstem, scattering my thoughts with every swing of the hammer. Looking back on it, my whole life since the accident has been an uneasy negotiation with my body. Ciel is your queen. What's up, dude? What's up, Skydam? Sudden dizzy spells, headaches, and bouts of anemia have simply been par for the course. It cost me countless things other people would consider normal. The doctor told me it was a miracle I survived, that I should be grateful to be alive at all. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. It's almost the end of the year. Want to see how far I can get to Tsukihime? Perhaps they were warning me not to complain about the pain I would have endured in exchange. I woke up seeing death all around me. As she taught me to accept my eyes, my mentor told me to treasure this miracle. I wonder what she meant by that. Perhaps she was telling me that while human life has no inherent value, I should cherish it because it is irreplaceable. I've seen a lot of death over the past few days. So many lives, all so comically fragile. Each one spared or snuffed out on the flip of the coin. There's no wall separating the living from the dead. No one has a barrier around them to keep them safe. Any security we feel in our continued existence is an illusion. Life can end at any time, irrespective of our hopes or desires. To insist such a thing has value is to fail to grasp its nature. Whoa. Wait, there. That doesn't that sound like me? Sound like just like you? What happened to Shiki? What the hell happened to Shiki? My headache finally subsides. I take a deep breath and pull myself together. The crisp morning air helps to wash the stress away.
よし、落ち着いた。
What the hell? I can't afford to fall apart. Not now. I still got a job to do. There's still the vampires we have to purge from the city, as well as working on Arc and helping Ciel. Ciel, of course. She won't be going anywhere, but there are still vampires around. And as long as she's here, she probably keep up her high school student facade. Well, it's a straw to cling to, at any rate. The sooner I get to school, the sooner I can find out. Still nursing a throbbing head, I step out to the hallway. I descend the stairs to the lobby. I'm in day 10 of the Ciel Route. The dining room is down the corridor to my right. In front of me, the double door promised passage to the outside. I hesitate for a moment. Did I eat breakfast in a dining room? It didn't drop in on Akia on the parlor as usual? I'm far. I should be done with this game. I took a 3-week stop because life got busy. But I should have been done already, to be honest. I'm focused on finding Ciel as soon as I possibly can. What should I do? Today, Ciel is my priority. Something tells me that if I don't hurry, I'll never see her again. I can't afford a leisurely breakfast right now.
シキ様
Hisui's voice follows me from the dining room as I make for the door. She looks at me with concern in her eyes. It's 15 days in total, but day 15 is very short. Yeah, I imagine because it's like the ending stuff. Oh man, that's right. Ow! I was like, I hit my, I was scratching my arm and now, oh yeah, that's right. I got cut right here. So then I smacked the microphone on accident. Who knows how long she's been waiting here for me.
ごめん、このまま学校に行くよ。琥珀さんと秋葉にも伝えておいてくれ。
Dang, Hisui. Before Hisui can say anything more, I hurry off. A convenience store stop on the way will have to do for breakfast. I feel bad for always causing Hisui trouble, but getting to school is my top priority right now. Hisui is very cute as well. I agree. I like Hisui a lot. It's I think in the OG Tsukihime, I think my 3 favorite characters is all the 4 sides of the moon. It's Kohaku first. Everyone likes Hisui. Everyone's favorite is Hisui. I like Kohaku. What can I say, man? I just like Kohaku more. Sorry. And then Hisui is my second, and third's Akia. That's my top 3. I don't know who's my top 3 in the remake. I gotta finish it. I gotta see how much it developed Ciel. Ciel's a lot better than OG. She's 1,000 times better than the OG. She's more developed. That's the thing. She's more of a complete character, more developed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. More screen time, all that stuff. The only thing she lost, the only thing I like about OG Ciel over remake Ciel is OG Ciel had tattoos. That cool tribal tattoo thing, that shit was cool. Your number 1 is Ciel, second is Hisui. Yeah, Ciel had those tattoos. I arrived at the school gates. Since I ran the entire way, it isn't even 7:30 yet. I stand by the gates and wait for Ciel. A few students shoot me suspicious glances as they pass, but I don't pay them any attention. The time crawls past 7:30. Students are arriving in droves now. With clubs having been suspended, this is the peak of the morning rush. The school gates are getting more congested by the second. I see no sign of Ciel among the crowd. Oh, you read the original? Love the glasses scene from Ciel. 7:50 a.m. Only 5 minutes until the gates close. I still haven't found her. Maybe she's already inside. Maybe she used the rear entrance today. Or maybe she's never coming back. My heart aches at the thought. It frightens me to even entertain such a notion. But what really repulses me is that it no longer seems unthinkable. I know what you mean, the glasses scene. Didn't Ciel wear glasses because she got intel that Shiki likes girls with glasses? Wasn't that the whole thing? On some level, I feel like I already accepted it. Yeah. Did she said that in the remake yet? I don't think she said that at the remake why she wears glasses yet. Yeah, she must be taking the day off. She probably needs to recover from last night. I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. If not then the day after that. When it comes down to it, all I can do is wait. Even if that means waiting forever.
だからバカなことは考えるな。
Good night. You have to work tomorrow? Appreciate you stopping by, Skydam. Have a good evening, man. Appreciate it. Yep. I tune out the unease building at the back of my mind. There's no point in waiting around any longer, and homeroom's about to start. After one last look back at the street, I head inside. Yep. I walk into class just as the bell rings. Apparently, Noelle Sensei isn't here. She was already a substitute, but there's no way to cover for her. The student on duty is handing out the daily announcements. Arihiko is in class again today. He almost been acting like a proper student recently.
おはよう。今朝は何かあったのか、アリコ。
もうおはようさん。何もないから学校に来てるんですけどね。そういう遠野の方こそ様子が変ですよ。鬼気迫る顔で校門を張ってたって話じゃんか。
耳が早いな。ちょっと用があって先輩を探してたんだよ。あいにく見つからなかったけど。アリヒコ、今朝は教室にいたんだろう。先輩こっちに顔出さなかったか。
ん？先輩ってどこの先輩だよ。お前さん部活やってないんだから上級生と知り合う機会なんかねえだろ。あれか？精神的な先輩とかそういう意味？ゲームの先輩とか人生の先輩とか。
なんだそりゃ。シエル先輩はれっきとした3年生じゃないか。そりゃまあ時々あの人は下級生なんじゃないかって思う時もあるけど、基本的に先輩は先輩だよ。いやそうじゃなくて先輩が来なかったかって話なんだけど。
シエル先輩って誰それ？うちの学校に留学生なんかいたっけか？
My brain, which has slowly been recovering, freezes back over. I try to suppress the chill creeping up my spine.
シエル先輩だよ、シエル先輩。お前だって追いかけてたじゃないか。昼飯だって何度も一緒に食べただろ。
おう。そりゃ一緒にランチする相手にはこと書かない俺だが、そんな不思議な名前の先輩は知らねえって。殿、病み上がりで頭いっちまってるのか？
The floor vanishes from beneath my feet. Ariko cracks a joke, but I can't hear it. I collapse into my chair, my thoughts a scrambled mess. What happened to Shiki? Ah, I see. What were you expecting? Smirks some cynical part of me. The full weight of my choices hits me at last. Ciel is gone, along with every last trace that she was ever here at all. Morning classes have ended. I'm sitting dumbly at my desk, unmoving, unthinking. The lesson I just sat through could have been taught in ancient Greek for all I got from them. And now I have no idea what to do next. I thought all my senses had gone numb, but apparently hunger is an exception. Arihiko had already gone to get himself something. My vertigo is acting up again. I need some food to distract myself with. The lunch rush has passed, so there's no more line. I press a button on the order machine, hand in my receipt at the counter, and pick up a tray. It's only when I get my plate that I realize I ordered the croquette meal. Fried food. I idly wonder whether I'll be able to keep it down. I look around for an open seat. That's odd. For a second, I thought I saw someone who looked just like Ciel. Now, that's hilarious. I'm seeing her everywhere I look. I must really have it bad. So bad that I can't take my eye off of this random stranger, even though I know it's someone else. The girl who looks like Ciel sits down at a table, puts her hands together in thanks, and starts eating with gusto. Dig into a bowl of curry udon, no less. Oh, man. Even her tastes are the same as Ciel. She doesn't just look like Ciel. She is Ciel.
先輩
I sprint to her table as fast as my legs could carry me. Is that her? Ciel takes one look at my face and turns away in disdain. She obviously doesn't want to talk to me, but that's not going to stop me right now.
先輩意味がわかりません。どうしてこんなとこにいるんですか。おかしいでしょいろいろ。
なんでって私はここの生徒です。
It is senpai.
お昼になったらご飯を食べないとダウンしちゃうじゃないですか。
いやそれはそうなんだけど、だって昨日
I don't know how to finish my sentence. I'm too busy trying to wrap my head around the fact that she's right in front of me. Ciel continues to look pointedly away.
すみません。気がついてしまってバカなことを口走りました。席座っていいですか。
いいですけど、なぜ気がせいていたんですか。
だってもう先輩に会えないと思っていたから。先輩がいるのが夢みたいで。
You want Thai curry? Thai curry is really
夢
good.
みたいとは大げさですね
It。smells like coconut.
大げさじゃありません。あんなことがあったし、有彦は先
The
輩を
only
覚え
thing
て
I
な
don't
い
like
し、
about Thai curry
見
is
放さ
sometimes
れ
they
たん
put
だって
bamboo
思うじゃ
shoot.
ないですか。
I don't like bamboo shoot.
俺は本当は昨日からずっと先輩にさよならって言われた時からもう会えないんだって。
In my hearts of hearts, I already knew. I was trying to pretend otherwise, trying to hold off the pain. But I knew in that moment that she was gone.
どうしてあんなことを言ったんです。さよならなんてそんなもう会えないみたいに。
はい。だって昨日はもう時間が遅かったでしょ。健全な学生さんは家に帰る時間です。
You've been craving peanut butter? So you went to the grocery store and bought some peanut butter and some great jelly. Nice. Did you bought the whole jar? You gotta eat that shit. That's gonna take like a week or two to eat. She doesn't even blink. You did? Dang. Alright. I can hardly believe what I'm hearing.
ふざけないでください。
Gonna take a
あんなの
year?
どう取ったって真剣な別れの言葉でしょ。
A
仮
whole
にそ
year,
うだと
man.
しても、それはあなたと私の話
What
で
the
あって、
bread keep
私の
expiring
学校生
too.
活とは関係がありません。それとも遠野くん、私みたいな怪物が学校にいちゃいけませんか。
I'm not saying about peanut butter. It took you forever to finish. Cause you gotta like dedicate yourself to eat that peanut butter. I think the fastest I ate it was like yeah, maybe a week. But I only ate peanut butter for like every day. Maybe twice. 2 peanut butter sandwiches a day. Oh, you got the big jar. Oh fuck. That's gonna be a long ass time. At least peanut butter doesn't expire that fast. At least that I know. So you're good down there. Ciel's eyes bore into me with the same motionless gaze I saw last night. A monster like me. Maybe she really is a vampire. Or maybe she isn't. Any other time I tried to find out what the truth was from the beginning. But I didn't even consider it this time. Because to even ask that question would have felt like a betrayal. There's no denying that Ciel is abnormal, at least on physical level. I've seen her heal from a mortal wound in a matter of seconds. No human body could do that. That's Arc territory. If someone were to call that vampirism, or something more natural yet, I don't think I could argue it. But so what? She's still a person I care about. A person who means a lot to me. For the 12 or so hours I thought she was gone, my whole world was in shambles. Whatever she is, well, I won't say it doesn't matter, but I can honestly say that it doesn't bother me. Nothing could change how I feel about her. Not even if she's as unnatural as Arc.
いいです。どうせ私なんて嫌われても仕方ないんですから、もう気にしません。そもそもこれは私の日常ですから、遠野くんが何と言おうが好きにやるって決めたんです。
Ciel returns to silently devouring her curry udon. She's going to choke if she doesn't slow down. Her stormy expression gives off an unmistakable warning. If you got something to say, say it, but it'll be the last time we ever talk. I'm over the moon that Ciel is still here. But there's something important that I need to tell her. Unless you're saying that there's no place at this school for a monster like me. When we were speechless by the pain in her eyes, when she said that, I haven't been able to answer. Now it's the time to tell her how I feel. Oh, you're perfect. You're the biggest curry fiend I know. I gotta remember how to play this game. Hold on. I'm so curious. I know what to say, but I have to say it.
文句なんかありませんとも。確かに先輩の言う通りです。先輩が食堂で特定の料理を食べていることは東から太陽が昇って西に落ちるのと同じぐらいの真理ですから。俺もバカでした。先輩に謝りたいなら落とし穴の上にある特定の料理を置いておけばいつでもチャンスはあったのに。ところでそのカレー美味しいですか？
美味しい。
さりげなく私とカレーをバカにしてませんか、遠野くん。
Oops. Fuck. Should've gone with your OSB one, Ciel. Oh, it auto-corrects you no matter what. But you lose points. And if you lose points, you can't get the true ending with Ciel, so... I gotta say this now. Fuck it. Might as well.
文句なんかありません。だってシエル先輩はそこにいてくれるだけで可愛いんですから。いつもプニプニしていて、それでいて健康的で、メガネが似合っていて、
You call
たま
her...
にいたずらなところもあって、
Isn't Puni
い
Puni
ろいろな意
like...
味で目が離せない。
like kind
最
of
高
like
の先
chubby?
輩です。そんなこと、先輩が否定しても、俺が断言します。
What?
いえ、大変心のこもった意見で恐縮なのですが、断言されるのもどうかと思う部分があったような。
I love thick girl, senpai. Oh, she liked it!
とにかく、俺にとって先輩は何があっても先輩なんです。
Yeah. Try to get the true ending.
文句なんかありません。俺にとってシエル先輩は先輩です。いつもキビキビしていて、人のことばっかり気にかけて、メガネが似合っていてかっこよくて、俺を助けてくれた先輩です。そんなこと先輩が否定しても俺が断言します。
That's the right answer.
とにかく俺にとって先輩は何があっても先輩なんです。吸血鬼だなんて思ったこともないし、怪物だなんて思うこともありません。すごい人だと思ったことは何度もあるけど、それでおじけづくこともないんです。だからさっきみたいなことを言わないでください。先輩はなんかな人じゃないんですから。
Small update.
それにシエル先輩がいずれ消えてしまう人なんだってこともちゃんと覚悟しています。先輩は卒業するまで学校にいると言ってくれたけど、町から吸血鬼がいなくなればどこかに行ってしまうんだって分かってる。でもあんなさよならはしたくない。最後に見る先輩の顔は笑顔であってほしいんです。
As I say this, I can actually feel tears threatening to come. I look down so she doesn't see me. Having accepted that my worst fear will someday come to pass, I let my emotions get the best of me and spill my heart out. But I said what I wanted to. I have so much more to say, so much more to ask. But for now, I'm glad I was able to tell her how I feel.
ありがとうございます。今のお返事は素直にびっくりするぐらい嬉しいです。それとごめんなさい。意固地になっていたのは私の方だったみたいです。
先輩？
I raised my head.
お話はよくわかりました。それじゃあ遠野くんは私がどんな体でも気にしないと言うんですか？
If it's just like that Anne Rhodes hentai, where every full moon, her hymen Okay. Every her hymen regenerates. Motherfucker, who thought about that? What the fuck? That hentai is
も
ridiculous.
ちろんです。
Okay.
まあどんな体という意味を講義に解釈するとその限りではないですけどね。
Oh my
じ
god.
ゃあ一緒にいても嫌わないですか？
嫌いません。むしろ謝らせてください。昨日は一日先輩を困らせてばかりでした。アルクエイドのことだって先輩に相談していれば穏便に済んだだろうし、だから本当にもう全面的に俺が悪かったです。これからはちゃんと先輩の忠告を聞きますから許してください。
I bow my head in apology. Whatever reason I may have had, I ended up causing her pain. I quietly resolved never to do that again.
まったく遠野くんにはかないませんね。忠告を聞くってまだ戦う気満々じゃないですか。もう私や吸血鬼には関わるなと念を押しに来たのに、そんな顔をされたら放っておけません。
先輩、それじゃあ。
Ciel sighs, through a poorly concealed grin, and gets to her feet.
よろしい。なら握手
Hakushu.
しましょう。
握手ですか？
はい、仲直りの握手です。それで昨日のことはお互い水に流しましょう。
Oh, she did say that. Water
遠
under
野
the
くんが
bridge.
私と手をつなぐのが嫌だというのなら別にしなくてもいいですけど。
嫌なわけがありません。
I clasp my hands around her. Her fingers are slender, pale, and soft. They burn with the warmth of human life.
はい、これで仲直りです。これからもよろしくお願いしますね、遠野くん。
Tonoku? A familiar smile is spread across Ciel's face. I blush a little as I reply in agreement.
それとありがとう。ちゃんと俺に分かるように食堂に来てくれて。先輩にまた会えて嬉しくて仕方がありません。
Those should have been the first words I said to her. I'm ashamed to have left them till now. Ciel's eyes widened for a moment, and then her face softened into a gentle, content smile. Alright, we made up a senpai. They should have hugged instead of shake hands. I'm just saying. But okay. The update I wanted to give on the channel is, remember that visual novel from Key Studio, Moi? There's a demo out. Obviously it's going to be Japanese only, but I kind of want to read it. I don't know. I'll download it and I'll see what I can do. And yeah, if I can download it and play it, I might stream it. Maybe after Tsukihime. Let's see. I want to play the demo though, because it's the newest Key Studio visual novel. Of course I want to play it. But that's like afterwards. That's more like next year thing. Or maybe next week. We'll see. Next year is next week. We finish eating and leave the cafeteria. We have only a few more minutes of lunch left. It's time to split up and return to our respective classes. I think it's only in Japanese. It's only in Japanese, so I won't translate for you, but we'll see. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how I'll do it. Me to my own second year classroom. Ciel to her third year classroom. Now maybe I will have to translate it for you. That was easier for you as well. I'll think about it. Wait a second. All my euphoria, there's something I forgot. Do we need to talk about Arc situation or what to do about Roa remaining minions? Let's see. It's fine. We can discuss that after school. If I bring it up now, we'll both be late for class. I caused her enough trouble already.
じゃあ放課後に先輩。
Ciel footsteps echo through the hallway as we go our separate ways. Oh, it's after school now. Another day of school draws to a close. The hour will crawl by, but I try my hardest to focus on my work. I often have to miss classes due to my condition, so it's important to make the most of the ones I do attend.
さて。
Hey, didn't his anemia in the old Tsukihime, it played a big role, right? It happens a lot, very frequent. Like, Shiki would pass out a lot. At least that's how I remember in the original. In the remake, he only passed out like maybe once or twice? Maybe? That's not a lot. Now I can relax with Ciel guilt-free. With a bag in hand, I head to the deserted corridors of the student club annex. Oh shit!
あれ四季君、シエルさんと一緒じゃないの？
Oh
ノエル
fuck!
先生こそどうして茶道室に？
Damn, Shiki, you cool with Noelle after what she fucking did? Okay. Well, wait, that's a dumb question. This room is effectively Ciel's base of operations. It makes sense that Noelle would use it too. They are a team after all.
私はお留守番。お昼にちょっと私たちの上の方で動きがあってね。マーリオって生意気な司祭がいるんだけど、そいつにシエルさん呼ばれちゃったのよ。何か報告を忘れてねえかって。ああ、もう嫌味で嫌になっちゃう。はい、四季君にもお茶とケーキ。二人で一緒にやけ食いしちゃおうぜ。
Hey man, I don't care if she is, evil as fuck. I kinda like her. A cup of tea and a slice of cake lie on the table in front of her.
まったく。
I like her shadow
そ
too.
れシエル先輩の虎の子ですよ。
So don't come crying to me. I silently warn her as I sit down and take a sip of tea. I'm sure Ciel won't be that mad. Probably.
あんた、いい子よね、四季君。自分は食べたくもないのに合わせてくれるんだもの。
Unlike you, Noelle.
ああ。君がもうちょっとひどいやつなら、後腐れのない仕事だったのに。
What? Oh, fuck! Wait a minute. I look up and the implication of her words sinks in. The word swims before my eyes. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Warning signals fire along my spine, urging my numb body to action. I stagger to my feet and stumble toward the door.
努力は
I
買
still
うけ
think
ど
she's
残
hot.
念賞。
This won't change my mind.
最
Oh,
後の
fuck.
食事が安物のケーキでごめんね。
What? Something heavy comes down on the back of my head. A blow delivered without a hint of restraint. My consciousness blinks out of existence. My body lifts sideways like a rotten tree. The crimson sun sets on the motionless body of an all too naive student. Why did she kill him? I thought we were cool. Oh.
やっぱりそうじゃない。やっぱりそうじゃない。やっぱりそうじゃない。
What happened? A quiet voice reaches my ears. It's cracky, it's cracked and raspy. As though shredding the throat it passes through. As I recognize the woman it's coming from. Oh, he's still alive. I realize that my own voice is being choked. Some kind of gag has been stuffed into my mouth. I try to speak, but only drool comes out. I can fix her. I hear a rag breathing. It takes a moment to register that it's my own. But I feel no discomfort. Actually, I feel nothing at all.
何がもう少し様子を見るよ。 バカじゃないのバカじゃないのバカじゃないの。疑わしきは罰するでしょ。吸血鬼殺しに人助けなんて余裕あるわけないじゃない。慈善事業じゃないんだから。ああ、でもそっか。それならそれで趣味に走ってもいいってことだ。
Though the numbness, my lungs scream at my larynx to inhale, but I can't feel my throat. There must be something wrong with it. Slowly, with growing dread.
そうでしょ、四季君。ここまで時間をかけたんだもの。その分楽しんでも
I agree.
罰は当たらないわよね。
I begin to realize that I'm ready far beyond saving. What happened to Shiki? What? Oh, fuck. I tried to scream, but no sound escapes my mouth. I struggle to move, but my body won't respond. The heated breathing that fills the room isn't coming from my lungs, but from hers.
シエルさんを呼んでいるの。そうだよね。
Oh, fuck.
四季
She
君は
knows.
私よりあの子ばっかりだったもんね。
That's not true. I like you too, Noelle.
でも残念。君の大好きな先輩は司祭様に呼び出しを受けて尋問中。そして君は今残った最後のあれを失ったのでした。
There's not much left of me. What's she talking about? I don't feel anything missing, but then I don't feel anything. Perhaps that's a small kindness of her part. Or perhaps seeing her victim confused faces is part of the fun. All I know is that I haven't lost feelings in my limbs, but rather, I have no limbs left to feel.
ロアの棺の話をするの一日遅かったわね。私より先にシエルさんが見つけていたら少しはマシな裁判になったかも。
My vision starts to blur. I feel a beach salmon flopping on a riverbank. But no matter how I struggle, I'm not going anywhere. All I can do is listen to her rag breathing, sneering, apologetic, hopeless.
普通の武器を使ってあげてるから痛みもないでしょ。ただ気持ち悪いだけでしょ。ねえ、どこをカットしてほしい？肩？背中？お腹？お尻？四季君のお願いなら何でも聞いてあげる。
Okay.
ああ、でもギャグを外すのは NG ね。助けてなんて声を上げられたら私多分一撃で頭潰しちゃうから。
Something tells me that's an empty threat. She isn't going to kill me. She won't make it that easy. There really must be something wrong with me. She's gone mad, and yet I understand her perfectly. He's crying. I didn't think he'd cry.
大丈夫。夜はこれからだもの。たっぷり楽しみましょう。どんなに泣いても漏らしても構わないわ。
Okay.
だって最後には。
A dark shape drops into view with a thump. Small enough for her to hold in her hands, yet large enough to tower over me like a prison
泣
wall.
き叫びながらこの中に入るんだから。
Is a dreadful black box that looks all too familiar. Hey, why did she do this to Shiki? What the hell? Bad end? Oh man. At least she left her glasses on. If he didn't have his glasses, he would have saw the lines. So she kept the glasses on. Oshiete, Ciel Senpai. Oh, Ciel Sensei. Ciel Sensei.
前回ノエルに同情した私ですが考えを改めました。
What?
誰であれ代行者はみんなあれなんですな。何ストレス溜まるのシエルんとこ。
I still
今
like
回のエ
Noel.
ンドはシスターノエルの独断です。彼女一人になるとバランス取れなくなるので、私もこうならないよう注意していたのですが、諸事情あって目を離してしまったので。
諸事情ってどんな？
ええ、シスターノエルの密告を聞いた司祭代行が代行者シエルを召集してしまった。 B、 単独で下水道に向かった代行者シエルはロアの状態を知り、塔の邸に捜索に向かったのどちらかですね。 A の方は午後に招集の知らせが届いたので、それを無視できるような状態であればよかった。 B の方は言わずもがなです。遠野くんの遠慮が悪い結果を招いてしまった。なのでこの日は積極的に行動しましょう。何があっても作動室です。
Go to ceremony room.
なるほど、シエルという重しがノエルにはいい安全弁だったわけか。それはそれとして B の場合でもシエルなら作動室に戻ってこられるよね。なんであんなスーパー拷問タイムを感化しちまったわけ？
それは塔の邸に単独で潜入したら。今回の遠野くんの状態よりひどい目に遭ってしまっていたからとかどうです？
Even worse than Tono's? What she said?
やめろよ、目が笑ってにゃいよ。どんだけヤバいんだよあの屋敷。
What happened in the Tono mansion? Yeah, the Tono mansion is so fucked up though. I mean, Koaku's there. So... Alright. So... Noel! Noel always want to cut you! I mean... I still like her though.
いいはずがない。先輩、ちょっと。
はい。
I quickly call out to stop her.
何ですか遠野くん、5限目始まっちゃいますよ。早く教室に戻らないと。
そうですけど、今日はちゃんと話したいんです。作動室に行きませんか？あそこなら誰にも話は聞かれません。
It looks like Ciel can already tell where this is going.
仕方ありませんね。5次元目をサボタージュすることになりますが、単位は大丈夫ですか？
Yes. Of course I nod. Ciel leaves with the student club's annex on her own, carrying herself like she has no idea who I am. Maybe she's better start paying attention to that kind of thing, too, so my classmates don't get suspicious. The bell rings to announce the start of 5th period. I never skipped class so openly before, while still in the school building, no less.
ご心配なく、先生方は作動室に近づきませんから、見つかることはありませんよ。
Ciel's in the kitchen, brewing some tea. She seems so at ease. This definitely isn't her first time ditching.
お待たせしました。こちらは今日のお茶となります。
Ocha.
一口いただいて落ち着いたところで、遠野くんからお話をしてください。
How should I approach this? I want to talk about what happened with Arc last night, but leading with that risk wasting a valuable opportunity. Let me think about it. Noelle. I never asked her about her relationship with Noelle, but now is as good as time as any.
シエル先輩とノエル先生って仲がいいですよね。ノエル先生、シエル先輩のことをいつもすごい子だって褒めてましたよ。
What? Ciel practically yelps. I never thought someone so level-headed could lose her cool so dramatically.
違うんですか？
I decide to press her a little. Ciel composes herself.
まあシスターノエルとはもう何年もコンビを組んでいますから。遠野くんにはそう見えているんですか？あと彼女が私を褒めていたんですか？本当に？
Her voice trembles with a hesitancy of a child who's just been told off. Here I go, putting my foot in my mouth again. The animosity between them must run deeper than I realized.
すみません。ちょっと探りを入れました。一見すると2人の仲はいいように見えますが、ノエル先生はシエル先輩への敵返しというか競争意識があって、シエル先輩はノエル先生にどことなく遠慮しているように見えます。
もう私とノエル先生が不仲ではないのかと心配しての質問でしたか？ご安心を。それは遠野くんの杞憂ですので、私たちは代行者です。互いの役割に私情を持ち込みませんし、私生活には踏み込みません。ノエル先生が何に興味を持ち、時間外なのに遠野くんにちょっかいを出したり、職務の後どれほど深酒をしていようと咎めたりすることはないのです。
More than being on bad terms, it sounds like they aren't on any terms. I think Ciel might be bad at making friends.
じゃあ吸血鬼を退治するとき以外会ったりはしていないと。それもそうか。年も離れているし趣味も違いそうだし、休日一緒に過ごしている2人を想像できないし。
年が離れている。参考までに質問させてください。私くらいの子がノエル先生と一緒にいるのは不自然ですか？
まあ教師と生徒の関係ですから。
What? Shiki!
ノエル先生、教師としては若いと言っても25歳だし。
Ciel's older, I think. Ciel makes another unintelligible noise. I never thought someone so rarely faced could react with such a violent surprise.
先輩
25歳って潜入任務ですから多少の偽装はするでしょうけど。
What?
シスターノエル。
How old is she? Uh-oh. I better abandon that line of questioning here, or I might find Noelle using her halberd on me next. I got some entertaining expression out of Ciel at least. Time to change the topic. Wait, she's not 25. How old is she? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's see. No, I'm too curious. Does it say it? Tsukihime Remake? Noelle age. She's 27? Wait, that's not even that much older than 25. 27? What was she hiding about being 27? Oh, is it that fucking Christmas cake joke that Japan has? Japan has this weird thing, this joke. It's a long time gag. I learned about it because of Lucky Star, the anime. Basically, if you pass, it's a joke about a woman being past the age of 25. They symbolizes a woman's lifespan, like a Christmas cake. What do you do with a Christmas cake after Christmas? After the date's 25? You throw it away. It's like, what the fuck? Who thought about that? What the hell? What kind of analogy is that? Calling a woman a Christmas cake. Oh man, you don't want her. She's past her. She's past her expiration date, man. She's a Christmas cake. Wait, what? Is that why Noelle picked 25? Right at the date of Christmas cake? I don't care you're 27, Noelle. Come on, man. You don't have to lie about that. No harm in going on a little tangent. Ciel mentioned the term Gothic Fort a few times yesterday. That's my chance to ask about it.
ちょっとした好奇心なんですけど、アルクエイドを閉じ込めようとした大聖堂というのは何なんでしょうか。あれ、ブローブを閉じ込めている時に使ってたやつですよね。何か特別なものなんですか。シエル先輩の必殺技みたいな。
はい、確かにアルクエイドに使ったものとブローブに使ったものは同じもので特別な魔術ですが、必殺技という響きは恥ずかしいものがありますね。
Okay.
照れちゃいます。
Okay, senpai. Ooh. There's something to find under ways to get on Ciel good side. Excuse me.
いいじゃないですか。必殺技かっこいい。あれでこそシエル先輩です。見とれることこの上ない。見たところ、あれはシエル先輩だけのオリジナルと見ましたが、いかがでしょう。
I get the feeling it's far beyond anything Noelle could do.
先輩がよりすぐりの代行者であることはなんとなくわかります。そもそもあのアルクエイドが敵として意識するぐらいなんだから、教会の中でも1、2を争う吸血鬼ハンターだったりするんで
Who's
すか。
stronger than Ciel?
そこまでのことはありません。対吸血鬼に特化しているだけで他に偉大な方は何人かいますから。私なんてまだまだで、アンドレイさんとか本当におかしな人ですし。
Who's Andre? Type Andre. Who's Andre? He's one of the strongest executors in the church. Does he have a picture? Continue. Oh god. Shisai. Oh, that's priest. Andre. Goro Bibaku. Human. He's human. As a member of the Bureau Agency, is one of the strongest. So he doesn't even have a character, he's just mentioned? Weird. You think he's going to be important later? You think Nasu written multiple series down the line? And Andre's going to be real at some point? After Tsukihime Remake? What the heck?
それより大聖堂についてでしたね。あれは旧海底の使徒を封じ込めるために開発した装填意識隔絶型の結界です。もともとは王国を表す祖が持っていたもので、最大範囲は直径 30km、 壁で囲った内部を外界と遮断するものでしたが、私が使う場合はそこまでのことはできません。対象物を1個ないし1種設定し、これを封じ込めるだけです。もともとは一つの王国を丸ごと保存していたものですから、かなり劣化しています。概念的なものに寄ってしまったわけですね。その代わりといってはなんですが、私の大聖堂には原版にはない機能が生まれました。それがブローブに使った時の空間歪曲です。外から見ると数十メートルの正方形だったと思いますが、中の広さは直径にして 10km に設定されていました。要は外側の大きさと内側の大きさを別々にある程度任意に変更できるんです。使いどころさえ間違わなければ短期で使徒の軍勢を隔離できる奥の手の一つと言っていいでしょう。しかしだからといって過信してはいけません。結界内に閉じ込めるには対象を黒剣で囲む必要がありますし、大聖堂のような大魔術は連発できないんです。通常の魔術が無料で組める水道水なら、大魔術はワインボトルに入ったワインと思ってください。1個のワインボトルで大聖堂を起動するには2回が限度です。 グローブで一度、彼女で一度。もう私の大聖堂のボトルは空になってしまいました。ボトル内のワインは水道水とは違い、そう簡単に補充はできません。今後グローブのように災害を振りまく人が現れた場合、その被害を抑えることはできないので、
Oh
遠野
shit.
くんも注意してくださいね。
Is that foreshadow? No more gothic forts. Got it. No, that's about all I got. The good news is that we took care of Love, and now this row is out of the picture too. I can't imagine she'll have any more reason to use it. Well then, now that Ciel is in a more talkative mood, let's try switching gears. What do I ask her about? Black keys or art? This would be a good time to ask her about those black keys. I'm sure she'll jump at the chance to flaunt her knowledge.
次の好奇心なんですけど、シエル先輩がポイポイ投げているあの武器はどんなものなんでしょう？
そこに目をつけるとはさすが遠野くん。
You look cool, senpai.
必殺技もいいものですが、戦闘において最も重要なのは基本技ですからね。いいでしょう。国権についてエキスパートと言われた私がお教えします。
Why does she look like that? Oh god! Oh, whatever.
事の起こりは西暦300年頃、欧州に最も使徒がはびこったとされる時代、不老不死の呪いを持つ異端者使徒、その肉体を人間に戻す、正しく死体に戻し塵に返すことが教会の使命でした。偉大なる主の大規定、その文言を読み上げ聞かせることで、亡者は主の愛を知り、この地上から消え去ります。あれは刃のように見えますが、実際は聖言なんです。死者を悼み送る言葉を元にして作られた教会の秘跡。日本風に言うと、そうですね、ありがたいお経と思ってください。では、なぜその言葉が刃の形になっているのか。
Wait a minute. They're verses. Wait a minute. Oh.
鍵と名付けられているのか。それには大公社と使徒の長い闘争の歴史を語らねばなりません。使徒に対して通常の武器では殺傷効果は望めません。使徒にとって傷は血で復元するもの。ただ切ったりもいだりしただけでは使徒は死なないのです。一方、大公社は多少無茶が効くと言っても人間ですから、戦闘になれば生存力の差で押し切られてしまいました。そう、使徒には点の攻撃ではなく面、圧倒的な破壊力でぶっ潰す戦法だけが有効だったのです。ですがあの時代、一撃で使徒の肉体を消し去る高火力の武装はありませんでした。最も効果的な手段は建物や森に閉じ込め、その場所ごと焼いて血を使い切るまで燃やすというものでした。しかしこんなことをいちいちやっていたら教会が破産してしまいます。
Pause.
そこで当時最高峰の剣士にして司祭と謳われた方が、量産が利き、携帯がたやすく、速攻性があり、被害を最小限に抑える武器を考案したのです。それが国権をはじめとする聖典武装。
Good.
武器に聖言を刻んで対異端用の効果を付加するのではなく、
Hold on, pause.
聖典そのものを武器にして対異端の猛毒にするという画期的なアイディアでした。
This truly is.
使徒をはじめとする完全に人間ではなくなった者たちには言葉による退去は叶いません。
Does that mean... Doesn't it hurt people too? The black keys. Hold on. Precision attack. Okay, release. My power. The most effective method is trapped in. This would probably. Who was. Excuse me. Scriptural weaponry, of which black keys are a prime example. Instead of inscribing inscription to ordinary weapons to endow them with holy properties, it's what they propose fashioning weapons from scripture itself? That's a low effect.
彼らの魂はその意味がもう理解できないからです。人の断りは人にのみ通じるもの。使徒となった者に主の言葉は届かない。ですので私たちは魂ではなく肉体そのものに聖言を刻みつけ、正しいルールに書き換える。
Wait a minute. But with that logic, doesn't that mean the black keys doesn't hurt people? Does it? Let me see. Ah, come on. Type moon. Black keys. Does it hurt people or just vampires? No, not the lyrics, you idiot. Type moon. Type moon. Nasuverse. Okay. Type moon black keys are spiritual weapons designed to hurt supernatural beings like vampires by negating their regeneration and concepts. They can hurt regular humans because they carry immense physical force and spiritual power. Like bullets! Oh! So they do hurt people. But they're more like blunt weapons, like bullets or spear. And can even bind shadow to immobilize people. Though they are conceptually weaker against mortals than spirits. Oh! Okay, okay. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. So, black keys are they can still hurt people because of the immense physical force, so they act like a blunt weapon. But they're mostly used against supernatural enemies like vampires and servants, right? That's why Kotomine could use it against because the servants in Fate Stay Night, they act like spiritual ghosts. Oh, no wonder the black keys. Damn, dude, did Natsu really think this out in the beginning when he did Tsukihime OG? Because that's when black keys got first introduced, right? I haven't played Mihoyo yet, so I don't know if they've been introduced in Mihoyo or Guardian Sinners. But if they have, yeah, did Natsu think that? What the heck? Did he think that far ahead? That's why he made the servants into like spiritual ghosts, so they could be affected by black keys. What the heck? Natsu is a fucking G. I'm not gonna lie. That's some impressive story building, world building. You really thought this through.
肉体だけは聖言によって人に戻る。不死という虚無のドアに鍵を刺して
I did not know that about black keys.
聖典武装を受けた人はその部分だけでもかつての肉体を思い出し消滅します。
It stops vampires' regeneration power from the black keys. I didn't know that about black keys. I thought they were just swords. I'm not gonna lie.
以上が聖典武装の根本的な仕組みです。国権はその時に作られた最初期の武装でした。絵に見えるものは聖典の写本から切り抜いたページです。代行者はこれを自らの魔力、失礼、祈りの力で絵の形に固めて持ち歩きます。戦闘時はこの絵に祈りを込めると自動洗礼状態に移行します。 この洗礼の部分がたまたま刃に似ているだけなんです。
Is that true about the church? Did they really use magic? Those motherfuckers. I knew it. They call it the power of God. Those assholes. They were using magic the entire time.
9世紀頃、国権は今の形に落ち着き、最も優れた聖典武装として広く愛用されました。投擲の技法も多く、影縫い、時飛び、鉄鋼作用、仮想式典、土葬式典、コンクラーベと多くのバリエーションが生まれたのです。
Kotsumine Kire. Yeah, Kotsumine.
ですが、国権は弓矢のようなもので、使い手のスキル、魔力の量によって威力が変わる安定性のない武器でもあった。
すみません、魔力でいいんですか？
Damn, dude. No wonder fucking Kotsumine could fucking take on a servant. Damn. They know Black East with that fucking OP.
面倒なのでもういいです。聖堂教会は魔術協会と反目しているので、故障にはとてもうるさいのですが、どうでもいい問題なので。国権は入手しやすい武器でもありましたが、使いにくい武器でもあったのです。一人前の射手になるには10年の修行が必要なだけでなく、そもそもの構造がシンプルすぎて、これ以上の威力向上は望めなかった。
You know, hearing this makes Kotsumine even more impressive. That motherfucker was so godlike with the black keys, man. And wasn't he like a master of martial arts too? He taught Tosuka how to fight. And then Tosuka only used the martial arts that she learned from Kotsumine in the Fate Unlimited Code's fighting game. Fuck! On the PS2. What the heck? Yo, Kotsumine is godlike.
年月を増すごとに強力になっていく使徒を相手にするには力不足だったのですね。文明が発達し、銃器が量産できるようになって、国権使いは数を減らしていきます。1450年、グーテンベルク氏による印刷機の台頭で、国権の流行はちょっと持ち直しますが、やはり銃器のお手軽さには勝てず、国権はメイン武装からサブ武装、お守り代わりに持っていると通っぽいものに転落します。
How does Natsu think of all this? How did he fit the pieces so well together? 20 years later after he made the story. He must be thinking about this the entire
国権は
time.
教会において敬虔な信徒のみが好んで使うマニアックな武器となりました。
Like Kotsumine boy! Yorokobe shonen. Oh! What?
それはあくまで使用者の未熟によるもの。国権は今もって最適解の一つ、グランファテマの語る結論兵器の一つになり得ると私は断言します。だって魔力さえあればいくらでも編み出せてどこにでも持っていけるんですよ。面倒な入国手続きも余裕でする。
You know, it also makes sense in the Melty Blood type Lumina fighting game. Ciel has unlimited black keys. Meanwhile, Noelle only has like 20 or 10 black keys per round. It's because Noelle doesn't have the magical capacity like Ciel does.
セブンのようなメンテナンスも必要なし。優れた体術、精神力、そして魔力を持つ代行者であれば、国権は無限の可能性を秘めているのです。
I think it's about time I get to the point. Style. Okay.
Style.
ほい？
That's very interesting.
好奇心が前に出すぎた。
What Ciel said about black keys. I really didn't know that. That's really interesting. I feel like Natsu. I feel like he just made it up on the spot. He was like, alright, it's about time I explain what the hell black keys are.
ありがとうございます。大変勉強になりました。必殺技、通常技ときたので、あとはもう一つ、一番気になっていたことを聞ければ。先輩、後ろ、黒い虫が。
What? What? Ciel leaps to her feet, never doubting me for a second. That's the style. Okay. Giving me a spectacular view from below.
すみません、錯覚でした。でも話は続けますので、先輩はそのままで。
What?
ほう。
What the hell? It's not that I'm especially attached to this particular angle. I just want her on her feet while I check something.
先輩、戦うときは着替えますよね。
What are we looking at her
シス
skirt?
ター服とグローブの時の鎧みたいなやつ。あれ、どういう使い分けなんでしょう。素人意見ではありますけど、戦い方とか変わるんですか？
ああ、スタイルってそういう。
Power CL.
あれはですね、探索用と殲滅用に分けたものと思ってください。
Damn, I want to play Melted Blood
修
again.
道服は汎用のスタイルです。
Wow. I
代
like
行
that
者でもあ
outfit.
り、シスターでもあるというか、代行者としての異端審問がメインではありますが、被害者の治療や保護、要救護者の探索、他代行者との連携など、要は何でも嫌ですね。
Hold on, what you said? What's that mean? Hmm.
この時の私は大きな武器は持てません。邪魔になりますし、被害者を威圧してしまいます。先ほど黒剣が優れた武器であると言ったのは、このスタイルとの相性がいいからです。黒剣の柄だけなら修道服の下に忍ばせても目立ちませんから。
Nice boots, senpai. I see. So her nun outfit is more like a police officer uniform than specialized combat gear. Now I see why she's playing defense against Arc last night. It's impressive that she stood her ground at all and was essentially regular clothing. But most of all,
編み上げブーツがいいですよね。
her boots.
可愛いだけじゃなく、凛々しくてかっこよくて、シエル先輩に似合ってました。
そうですか？一応制服のようなもので。
Noah got the same boots.
ありがとうございます。
I never noticed. No, thank you. And give my thanks to your superiors too.
ブローブとの戦いで用いた武装は殲滅用のものです。戦場が人々の目の届かぬ場所であり、対象が救済の余地のない害獣である場合のみ選択されます。とはいえ、遠野くんに助け起こされた時には反対していましたけどね。私の魔力が尽きない限り破損しない甲冑だったのですが、あの極寒と重装の前に値を上げてしまったようです。遠野くんが見たあのスタイルは甲冑が剥がれた後のインナーなんです。バージンペインはセブンのところで修理中なのでしばらくは使えません。
Who's... Oh, Seven! Oh, dude! Seven still exists in the game! Seven is like Ciel partner. It's the scripture, right? Nania. Not Nania. Nania Shiki. What's her name? What's Seven name? I guess her name is Seven. It's that horse girl, right? She's like a horse girl, some shit. Does she appear in Tsukihime Remake? I hope so. I want to see Seven Tsukihime Remake. Just her innerwear, right? That explains why it looks so light.
じゃあ防御力において、今はシスター服の方が優れてるんですか？
いえいえ、一見して薄着に見えますが、防御力は修道服と比較にはなりません。ある意味、あのインナーがペインの本体ですから。建前は壊れても本音は汚されません。アルクエイドの爪の直撃でさえ耐えるでしょう。
アルクエイドの爪っていうと、
まあ大雑把に戦車の砲弾くらいと思っていただければ、対人、対火、対毒、対衝撃、対神秘、あれ一着でどんな極限状態にも飛び込める希少品です。
God damn, dude, that's a cheat weapon.
希少品だから布面積が少ないんですね。
はい、ほんとその通りで。そういう目で見ていたんですか、遠野くん。
そりゃ見ますとも。かっこいいと美しいは両立するんだから、先輩はもっと自分の魅力を自覚するべきです。
Okay, Tono-kun.
もうスタイルの話はここまでです。
Wait.
遠野くんはもっと真面目なことを聞くように。
Alright, I guess. Yeah, I know I can't put this off forever. It's time to bite the bullet.
本題に入ります。そのアルクエイドのことなんだけど。
Ciel's smile vanishes. It looks like this is as sensitive an issue as I feared. Even so, I can't leave it unaddressed any longer. I care about Ciel, and because of that, I need to make sure we're on the same page about Arc.
怒らないで聞いてください。先輩は散々やめろって注意してくれたけど、俺はやっぱりアルクエイドを敵だとか吸血鬼だとかは思えない。思惑はどうあれ、あいつだってこの町を守ってくれているんです。だから。
A chill runs down my spine. The same chill I felt yesterday in the tea ceremony room. Ciel is genuinely angry. This is a different anger, though. It feels more like she's gauging how well I understand the weight of what I'm saying.
だからアルクエイドと協力してほしい。目的が同じなんだから、先輩とあいつがいがみ合う理由なんてないはずです。というか、喧嘩しないでください。似た者同士なんだから。
There's a lot more I could say, but that's the heart of it. Both Ciel and Arc have a part to play in purging the remaining vampires from Soya. If they could work together, they'd be done all the quicker. Ciel breathes a heavy sigh and then,
嫌です。
okay, turns me down with a saintly smile.
嫌ですって、なんで？
当たり前です。遠野くん、昨日の夜だって彼女に殺される寸前だったって自覚してないんですか？
She was
そ
pretty
もそも
close.
吸血鬼を探すなんていつ殺されてもおかしくない危険なことなんです。そんなことに遠野くんを巻き込むなんてできません。
うわ。
What? Why you made that noise? Okay. Whoops. That struck such a nerve that unfiltered frustration slipped out. But be that as it may, she's in the wrong here. The idea that she would be dragging me into anything is insulting. No matter how many times I put my life on the line, she still thinks my resolve is as half-baked as a disappointing batch of curry bread. I'm here to see this through. Oh man, I don't know why my leg's itchy, so. If I was going to turn tail and run, I would have done it in the moment I escaped that hotel. But in Ciel's mind, I'm nothing but an innocent bystander. I'm happy that she looks out for me. It hurts to know she'll never see me as an equal.
うわとはどのような意味でしょうか？それと、とても泣きそうな顔をしているのは。
泣きそうだからです。今、シエル先輩にいじめられたというか、デコピン一つで大気圏まで叩きのめされた気持ちです。
いえ、そんなつもりはみじんもないのですが、本当に？
本当に。ですね、今さら巻き込みたくないはないです。先輩、俺は俺なりに覚悟の上でここまで来たんです。散々死ぬような目に遭ってきたし、これからも危険はあるって分かってます。その上で吸血鬼退治をすると決めたんです。だから自分の身ぐらい自分で守れます。いや、守れなくてもいい。後悔はしません。だって
なんでしょう。
それぐらいじゃないと先輩と一緒にいられないじゃないですか。俺はこれからできる限りの時間、先輩の隣で先輩の力になりたいんです。
Feelings I wasn't even conscious of tumbled out of my mouth. But I suppose that's the truth. Keeping the city safe was never my sole reason for stepping into this world of vampires and the supernatural. My desire to be with Ciel is what's giving me the courage not to run away.
もう、そんなの私が後悔しちゃいますよ。大体ですね、自分の身は守れないなんて何を根拠に言ってるんですか。遠野くんの運動神経は優れていますし、その目のことも分かっています。 貧血がちなのは欠点ですが、運動能力そのものは信頼に値します。あなたが本気で自分の身だけを考えてくれるなら、私もこんなに目くじらを立てたりはしませんよ。
Ciel drops his bombshell with a nonchalant shrug.
あれ、そうなんですか。
The wind taken out of my sails, and lame answer is all I can give.
ええ、遠野くん、私の部屋に泊まった時裸になったじゃないですか。贅肉のない引き締まった筋肉で、あの時から綺麗な体しているなって思っていたぐらいです。
裸っ
What?
て、俺裸になんかなってないけど。
What the fuck?
忘れちゃったんですか？遠野くん、お風呂に入るとき台所で着替えてたじゃないですか。
Okay. That is true. I did indeed do that.
知らなかった。先輩、人の着替えを覗き見するような人だったんですね。
いえ、あれはですね、不可
Okay.
抗力と申しましょうか、その隙間から見えてしまって、ちょっとだけ興味があったものですから、いいかな。
Ciel's face gets redder by the second as she protests. Perhaps she's fighting back the mental image of that moment. Let's get back on topic.
じゃあ、俺がちゃんと身を守っていれば文句はないんですね。先輩と一緒に吸血鬼退治をしても、アルクエイドと協力しても。
そうですね。遠野くんをソロで放置するぐらいなら、私と一緒にいてくれた方が助かります。
先輩。
ですが、アルクエイドとの協力だけはできません。この際ですからはっきりと忠告、いえ、警告しておきましょう。現在、この町で最も危ういのは彼女です。それは彼女が吸血鬼だからということではありません。今の彼女はかつてないほど異常な状態です。下手に刺激すれば炸裂する爆弾と言ってもいい。
爆弾ですか。そりゃあいつは何しでかすかわからないやつ
It's all
ですから
Shiki fault.
その表現は正しいですけど、でも別に。
I can't see how she could be a danger to anyone. Arc doesn't use her powers lightly. Everything she's done to get rid of this town of vampires.
どうでしょうか。今の彼女は自分の感情に従って活動しています。これまでは神祖としてのコードに従っていたのに、そのコードを破りかけている。あれは無邪気な子供そのものです。恐ろしいのは、その子供が初めて手にしたおもちゃが太陽だった。といえば、現状がどれほど危険なのか理解できると思います。
Ciel keeps her tone neutral, but her eyes are deadly serious. I get what she's trying to say. That the threat of the dead apostles have been neutralized, the city isn't safe yet. We still have to pray that this unimaginable powerful child doesn't drop her newfound toy and burn us all to ash.
そんな大げさすぎますよ先輩。だいたいあいつに喧嘩をふっかけたのは先輩じゃないですか。先輩が仲良くしてくれればあいつだって暴れません。
それはそうですが、私だって考えなしではありません。この1週間ずっと自重してきたんです。でも遠巻きに見る分には我慢できましたが、ああして目の前にしてしまったら抑えきれなかったというか、
ついカッとなってやっちゃったと。
ごめんなさい。今は大変反省しています。
Ciel's shoulders slumped dejectedly. I might have called her overdramatic, but I have to admit that Ciel's worries may not be unfounded. Arc was definitely acting strange last night. Given that I'm partly to blame for making her angry, it's probably best for me to keep my distance until she's calmed down.
わかりました。もうアルクエイドと仲良くしてほしいとは言いません。先輩とあいつは天敵っぽいですから。
Funny how people always seem to hate those most similar to them, but I keep that to myself.
俺も自分からアルクエイドには近寄らないようにします。少なくともあいつが冷静になるまでは その代わり先輩は俺と一緒に吸血鬼を探すこと。それでいいですね。
He's going to ignore Arc now.
ああ、はい。そういう。
That's why I did double check too when he said that.
あれ、遠野くんが私に協力するじゃなくて、私が遠野くんに協
Oh,
力
she's
す
surprised
る
about that.
んですか？
似たようなものです。気にしないでください。俺の気持ちの問題です。
Awesome. It took a bit of negotiating, but I got there in the end. Now I can devote myself to helping Ciel without anything else gnawing at me. There's no telling how much we have together, but being able to spend time with her guilt-free is more than I could ask for. Guilt-free, huh? That's how he feels hanging with him. Oh, Ciel's theme song. An agreement reached. We pass the rest of the day as we always do. Our teacup slowly empty as we talk about this and that. Our schoolwork, our interests, things going on around town. A blissfully mundane conversation, free of any mentions of vampires. The bell rings to announce the end of 5th period. I didn't realize we've been here so long. Time really does fly when you're having fun.
さすがに6限まではサボれないですよね。
I ease myself up from the floor cushion. To save Ciel the trouble, I make to carry my cup to the kitchen, only to be assailed by a familiar sensation. Anemia. My vision flickers. The world flattened as the lifeless image crumbled up and tossed away into the depths of my brain. My arms go numb. My legs go numb. I feel myself topple over. I fainted more times than I count, but it never gets any less sickening. Dang, man, Nasu freaking knows. I was just recently complaining about Shiki anemia not being a factor in the story, it feels like. And now it's a factor.
しっかり。気分が悪いんですか？
Ciel catches me as I about to hit the floor, her panicked voice anchoring me to the side of consciousness.
すみません。ちょっとめまいが。でもいつもの貧血だから心配はいらないですよ。ちょっと休めば落ち着くから。
心配します。そんな青い顔で強がらないでください。今体にいいお茶を用意しますから、そこに横になって。無理に動いちゃダメですからね。
Why does he have anemia? Isn't Roa gone? Kinda. Not really. But I thought his anemia was due to... I guess it's okay. I've been spoiling the fuck out of this route. They might change the remake anyway. So Shiki, there's another Shiki. Right? Capital letter Shiki is draining his life force. That's the cause of his anemia. Alright, it's because of capital letter Shiki. But capital letter Shiki is technically dead because he's the reincarnate of Roa. Shouldn't his anemia go away too? It's not like Roa's soul is causing him his anemia. It was just Shiki. I don't know. Ciel heads to the kitchen area in a fluster. Maybe Nasu explained this too. He's been pretty good so far in explaining everything. I really did not expected him to explain Black Keys. That was really awesome that he did that. I doubt they're going to do that in an anime, if they ever make one. There's no point trying to act tough. I'll only worry her more. I would feel wrong to lie down on a bare floor, though, especially in front of Ciel. I sit against the wall instead. Taking the weight off my feet makes me feel a little better. I'm glad I didn't pass out. As it is, I should be back to normal in no time. The school bell rings on the other side of the wall. That must be the end of the 10-minute break.
6限目始まっちゃいましたね。
Give me a moment. I have to check my schedule. Okay. I had to check real quick. I didn't notice Ciel sit down next to me, but there she is. She looks me over like a concerned doctor.
ジンジャーミルクティーにたっぷり蜂蜜を入れてみま
I
した。
love that.
湯飲みなのはご愛嬌ということで流してください。
ありがとうございます。
I take the cup. It's hot to the touch. Regretting not asking her for a glass of cold water instead, I lift it to my lips.
先輩これすごい。一口で目が覚めた。
はい、お父さん直伝の配合ですから、元気のない時はこれで一発です。
She's beaming so proudly, you'd think it was her own invention. The sharpness of the ginger perfectly complements the smoothness of the milk and the sweetness of the honey. Before I know it, my cup is empty, and I feel just as strained. Although it's more like overexertion than sleepiness. Come to think of it, I've been wound up tight since I got up this morning. The sudden release of tension after making up with Ciel must be what brought on my attack. And now, with this warm tea taking the edge off, I'm succumbing to exhaustion.
先輩としてあるまじき提案ですが、観念して放課後までここにいましょう。単位足りているんでしょ？
まあなんとか。有彦ほどギリギリで生きてはいませんし。
遠野くんにそう言われるとは、乾くんは大人物ですね。ちょっと羨ましいです。
Well, you can see the two shadows. Ciel goes quiet, trying to spare me the effort of conversation. She wordlessly sips her tea by my side, ready to help at a moment's notice if my condition worsens. Time passes in silence, but there's no awkwardness between us, only warmth. As the two of us savor the simple pleasure of one another's existence, 6th period gently comes to an end.
ところで遠野くん、暇なのでしりとりしましょうか。
Shiritori?
しないよ。
What the heck? I don't know why I feel so uncomfortable. Is that my head? That's my head. Okay. Way to ruin the mood. Where did that come from?
そもそもなんでしりとり。先輩、俺の泣き顔見たいんですか？
見たいです。遠野くん、人のことばっかりで自分のことで泣きそうにないですから。
I was on the verge of tears less than an hour ago.
そんな顔で言われたら余計に嫌です。しりとりは絶対にしませんから。暇ならさっきのお茶のおかわりください。
それは残念。では、いつか遠野くんの隙をつくことを夢見て、ジンジャーミルクティーの2杯目を入れてきますね。
What?
まったく、変なところで子供っぽいというか、意地悪というか。
I heave a sigh to the heavens and close my eyes. Well, I can't complain too much. I'm glad to see that Ciel can joke around as much as anyone else.
遠野くん、眠っちゃったんですか？
起きてますよ。ちょっとクールダウンしてるだけです。
そうでしたか。では、私にお気遣いなく、そのままで。楽にしていてください。
No argument there. I shift my weight and stretch out a little more. My back slides down the wall and I thump to the floor. About 10 minutes pass. As I hover on the edge of the sleep, I ask her a second time.
それで、どうしてしりとりなんですか？
遠野くんに弱音を言ってほしかったんです。ずっと無理しているように見えたから。今だってそうでしょ？本当は疲れ切っているのに気を休められない。あなたは眠ってしまうのが怖いんです。多分7年も昔から。目を閉じてしまえば目覚める保証がないと分かっているから。
That's actually pretty deep. I didn't know that. That's pretty good. That's a good I guess scene about Shiki. In my heart, I feel myself agree. I never told anyone, and I tried my hardest not to let it show, but she hit the nail on the head. I'll happily admit I'm afraid of vampires. A battle, of having to fight for my life. But those are fleeting terrors. My greatest fear lurks in it every day. The fear that I allotted time might run out before tomorrow. In the moments before sleep, when I stare into the abyss, the feeling is truly agonizing.
そんなことはないですよ。今は健康で貧血だってたまにしかないんですから。
That's what he's telling himself.
怖いものなんて吸血鬼ぐらいです。
I can't ever give voice to it. That fear comes with all kinds of jealousy and hate. So I had to keep it locked up tight. Because whatever else may be true right now, I'm alive. I want to be able to look at the world, even if only through these eyes, and see my life for the miracle that it is.
そうですか。遠野くんがそういうのならそういうことにしておきます。
See, that's one thing I like about Shiki over Shido from Stay Night. Like, they both kind of have this thing, alright? Survival, guilt? No, not really. Fuck that. Scratch it. Let's just say this. They both experience pretty much near-death experience. Although Shiki's more extreme than Shido. So extreme that given the mystic eyes of death perception. Hey. But they both pretty much came close to death. And they value life very special to each other. Except for Shido value it kind of differently. In fact, I guess it's the opposite. He valued that he's alive, so he tried to make the most of it by being such a goody tissue and try to make him useful to society or whatever, right? He has this survivor guilt syndrome. Shiki, on the other hand, values life so much that he's scared that it's just gonna disappear. That's the kind of value that he has on life. And I kind of like that one more than Shido survivor guilt, to be honest. I like that. He cherished every day, every moment, because it could be his last.
ごめんなさい。バカなことを言ってしまって。私が憧れたのはあなたのそういう強さでした。
I feel warmth against my forehead. Ciel is pressing her hand to it, checking my temperature.
だから私が力になります。
先輩？
あなたがもしその恐怖に耐えられなくなったら私が力になります。私には何もできないけど
Man, I want to watch Garden Sinners. I will. It makes me think, man, maybe Shido is like the worst Nasu main character. We can all admit Archer is the coolest, one of the coolest. If you don't think he's the coolest, you gotta admit Archer is one of your coolest Type Moon character. We can all agree, and his theme song slaps. But Shido as the main character compared to Shiki remake Shiki now. Garden Sinner Shiki, Alko. Like, come on, man, really? Against those three? I don't know. Nasu. Let me rephrase it. Not just Type Moon, because there's so many Type Moon spinoff. Nasu main characters. Hey. The light is so bright, I had to squint. It's a great weight lifts from my chest. I finally realized something. I want Ciel to be happy. It isn't the breathless infatuation I feel for Arc, but something closer to gratitude and an actual bond. A real, earnest desire to see her lead a joyful life.
そうですね。それじゃあ、もしそういう時が来たら、先輩を頼ります。
Dang, Shido is technically Nasu's last main character that he made, right? If you don't count the fake Grand Order mobile game, I don't count it, to be honest. Because that's like self-insert, honestly. But... okay, that's debatable. All the visual novels are self-insert. I guess that's not a good argument, but... I still think Shido is like Nasu's last main character that he wrote for at least like the Nasu verse. That he wrote himself, I should say. And it's like, yeah, man, his first three was so strong. I still like OG Shiki too. With the Nania clan. And Shiki being a psychopath. This fucking chair. This chair. I think he's still pretty. I still like him better than Shido. Shido was slightly annoying, remembering it. And I really dislike his survival guilty syndrome. I think it makes the most sense with Saber. Because they both feel the same way. And then they put off the thing. They say the thing. Like the personality of the master is very close to the servant. So Shido and Saber, they really do match. Alright, they both have that survivor guilt. Or at least that guilt that they must sacrifice themselves for the greater good. I think overall though, Shido is still a pretty good main character, now that I think about it. Because his path to Archer and UBW is really good. And I like his sacrifices he made in Heaven's Fields too. Yeah, he's still a good main character overall. I just like him the least of all the Nasu main characters. But I can't tell her that. So instead, I put on my brave face back on and smile. Hauling myself upright, I take a sip of tea. Sadly, it's gone lukewarm.
ところで先輩、さっきの仕返しですけど。
What?
はい。
先輩って一体どういう人なんでしょうか。考えてみたら、俺はシエル先輩のことを何も知らない。これまで何をしていたのかとか、どうして吸血鬼と戦うことになったのかとか、
全部。
そういうの教えてください。
私のことですか？そんなの話してもつまらないというか、本当にがっかりさせてしまうので話したくないというか。
いいんです。話せる範囲で話してください。そうじゃないと自分を抑えられる自信がありません。
そうですか。話せる範囲でいいならしますけど、せっかくの時間がつまらないものになっちゃいますよ。
No problem, I shrug. I want to know more about her, even if it means getting into some heavy topics.
とは言っても、本当に大したことはないんです。私はフランスのある地方都市の生まれで、お父さんはパン職人で、お母さんは日本人で、12歳の時に教会に入って、あとはずっと使徒を討伐する仕事をしていました。それと、今回みたいに学校に潜入調査するのは初めてです。勝手が違うので最初は戸惑いました。
今回が初めて。そうですよね。吸血鬼を相手にするんだから、普通学校に用はありませんよね。
Huh? Yeah, think about it. That's kind of strange.
そうですね。今回は特殊なケースでした。あとは代行者になった理由ですが、これは私にその才能があったからです。せっかくの死なない体を使わないのはもったいないですから。
死なない体が才能？まあそう言えなくもないけど、先輩生まれつきそういう体だったんですか？
いいえ、遠野くんと同じです。私も生まれつきこういう体をしていたわけではありません。一度死にかけて、いえ、一度死んで、そこから生き返った人間なんです。なんか、そうしたら生き返るのが癖になっちゃいまして。
Tasteful one. Ciel smiles warily. I guess she meant that as a joke. But I'm not laughing.
何ですかそれ。一度死んだって、もしかしてそれは。
はい。吸血鬼に殺されたんです。でもご存知の通り、私は何があっても元通りになる体質だったので、なんとか生き返れたんですよ。
For better luck.
生き返れたって。普通死んだら生き返れないというか。
ですから、私は普通じゃなかったんです。それは遠野くんも見たでしょ？
Shiki can kill Ciel, right? Permanently? I think so, he could. I bet he could. Can he test it out? And we just have a bad ending if we accidentally kill her permanently? She's right, I have. Her battle of love was all I seen. I could have pretended otherwise. But what she showed me last night was undisputedly unnatural. Even more so than my eyes.
でも先輩は先輩です。
What?
普通じゃなくてもいいです。俺は今の先輩が大好きです。
What do you mean even more natural than your eyes? No fucking... Shiki! Yo, is he underestimating the mystic eyes of depth perception? Okay.
それは
That
お
fucking
昼
trickered
にも
me.
伺いました。
No fucking way.
でも
I mean,
ちょっと
mortality is
わか
cool,
りませ
but
ん。こんな体、気味が悪いだけだと思います。
no one's immortal
私、遠野くんを怖がらせてばかりだと思ってました。
against the eyes of mystic depth perception. Except for Arc. Because she's fucking bullshit and cheating.
ですね。そんなの何度も言ってるでしょ。異性として先輩が魅力的なのは言うまでもないし、吸血鬼と戦う先輩はかっこいいです。俺は今でもブローブと戦う先輩が忘れられない。あの地獄みたいな状況で先輩はみんなを守るために戦ってくれた。怖がるなんてとんでもない。俺はあの勇敢さに今まで何度も励まされたんですから。
Incredibly cool isn't quite what I mean. What I really want to tell her is how much I look up to her, how deeply I respect her. But I don't want to come on too strong. So this is my compromise.
遠野くん、それは違いますよ。私は勇敢なんかじゃありません。死への恐怖がないだけなんです。だって私は死にませんから。あの時だって恐怖なんてかけらもなかった。私はただ鈍感なだけなんです。本当に勇気を持つ人間とは死に怯えながらも戦える人のことです。私にその勇気はありません。だって死にませんから。私が普通ではないのはこの精神性です。死への恐怖に関してだけ言えば、私は吸血鬼以上の化け物でしょう。
化け物って先輩。
いいです。事実ですから。私は死なないから何も怖くない。何をやっても生き返るから、どんなにひどいことをされても、どんなひどいことをしても、何も怖いとは思えない。私はそういう人間なんです。そこはちゃんと理解していてくださいね。
Ciel's smile never falters for a second. It's hard to tell how much of what she's saying is sincere, and how much is just self-deprecation. Still, there's something that nags at me.
でも傷を負えば痛いじゃないですか。生き返るから怖くないとしても痛みはあるでしょう。ならやっぱり先輩は。
そんなの痒かったり嫌だったりするだけです。蘇生が約束されている私に恐怖はありません。ただ痛いだけなら誰にだって耐えられるでしょ。そう、誰だって私と同じ体だったのなら同じことができたんです。
I don't know about that.
昔、私はこの体になるきっかけで罪を犯しました。多くの間違いを犯して多くの人命を見殺しにした。その後、私に課せられたのは犠牲になった人々の数と同じだけの処罰でした。私はそれを耐えたことで罪を許され、代行者に選ばれた。聖人に匹敵する忍耐だなんて司祭様に褒められたりもしました。でもそんなのは違うんです。私は全然強くない。単に死なない体だから、体が強いから罰に耐えられただけ。普通の体だったならきっと一日で投げ出していたんです。
With that, Ciel falls silent. As much as it pains me to leave the conversation on that note, I know that nothing I could say would serve as an adequate response. It's only pain. Anyone can bear that. And yet, those words lodge in my brain like a splinter. It's okay, senpai. We don't see you as a monster. We just see you as senpai. The setting sun bathes the clubroom in scarlet. Ciel and I stayed here until the end of the school day.
では今日から私と遠野くんはチームですね。二人で事件を解決しましょう。一旦お家に戻りますか？死者の探索は夜になってからの方が効率的ですし。
Ciel turns to me as she clears away the teacups. Her suggestion makes sense, but I'm surprised to hear it coming from her.
本当に俺でいいですか？
もちろんです。協力してくれると言ったのは遠野くんの方じゃないですか。遠野くんを一人にするのも危険だし、私がつきっきりで監督させてもらいます。
She got captured at the
これでも
tournament
先
mission
輩
in the
ですか
other
ら、
row.
やるとなったら吸血鬼探しのいろはをたっぷり教え込んであげましょう。
Okay, not other route, but other ending. When Noelle chopped up Chiki, Ciel was captured by Kohaku, probably, or Akias, one of them. Or the other dude. Because he's there too. Ciel puffs out her chest with pride. The enthusiasm's infectious. But just as I catch it.
とは言っても死者の数は減ってきているのでいろはを教え込む前に終わってしまいそうですけど、この分ならあと1週間といったところでしょうか。
1週間ですか？本当にそんなに早く？
ええ、経験則から言ってそれぐらいです。遠野くんさえ望むならもう1日2日程度の短縮はできますが。
1 week. Arc never mentioned how long this vampire business will last. In that vacuum, it was easy to imagine it continues indefinitely. For it to be over in a week seems surreal.
遠野くん、どうしました？浮かない顔をして。もしや今日中に解決しろなんてことは言いませんよね。
Yes.
そんな無茶は言いません。隠れている死者を見つけ出すのは地道な調査だって知ってますから。ただその町に潜む吸血鬼を全部殺したら先輩の仕事も終わってしまいます。そうしたら先輩は
I look away. I hope I never had to think about how the sentence ends. Even though I knew my time with Ciel couldn't last forever. It's painful to be staring that truth in the face. Unbearably so.
先輩はすぐに次の町に行ってしまうんですか？
Perhaps that's what pushes me to speak those fateful words.
何を言っているんですか、遠野くんは。死者を一掃したところで仕事は終わりませんよ。私はロアを倒すまでこの町に残ります。元凶を残したまま職務放棄はできませんからね。
Cold realization crashes over me as I comprehend her words. I can't go anywhere until I kill Roa.
ちょっと待ってくれ先輩。そのロアってやつもういないんだろ？
はい。
いやだってアルクエイドのやつロアはもうやっつけたって言ってましたよ。
The room freezes. Ciel eyes stab into mine. Her glare hardens from astonishment to animosity. And all the time I've known her, I've never seen her so shocked. In the end, that's what makes me realize I just killed my last, most desperate hope with my own 2 hands.
先輩、ロアはもう死んでいます。それは確かなことだと俺も思います。
アルクエイドの発言は信じられません。
あいつが嘘を言っていると？
いえ、彼女にそんな気の利いた真似はできないでしょう。この目で見るまでは信じられないという意味です。遠野くん、彼女は他に何か言っていましたか？
他には、ああそうだ、ロアの棺は学校の地下にあったなんてふざけたことを言って。先輩、
確かめに行きます。遠野くんはここに残っていてください。
Ciel puts a hand on the door. Tragic resolve weighs heavy on her shoulders. I can't just stand here and watch her go. I have to make a choice. What do I do? Noelle? No way, dude. She's gonna chomp me up, man. No way. Noelle's gonna capture me and chop me up. Alright, I go with Senpai. I can't let her go alone, especially in the current rattled state. Besides, while I'm not as seasoned as her, this wouldn't be my first excursion into a vampire's den.
待った、俺も行きます。協力していいって言ったばかりでしょ、先輩。
Ciel stops in the tracks. Either she lets me join her, or she effectively ends our partnership. I expected her to mull this over for a few seconds, but she makes a decision instantly.
無駄な所感は挟まず、冷静な判断を保てると誓いますか？
誓います。先輩の邪魔はしません。
いいでしょう。同行してください、遠野くん。あなたが私の指示に従う限り、安全は保証します。
I gulp as I nod, but that wasn't a request. Follow my orders and I will keep you safe. The conditional nature of this promise isn't lost on me. If I obey her, she'll do everything in her power to protect me. But if I don't, she'll cut me down without a second thought. It might seem cold-hearted on the face of it, but I don't take it that way. She's just trying to impress upon me the danger we're walking into. Ciel leads me to the unremarkable city street, the kind many of my peers might take to school. A concrete waterway winds in between residential buildings.
先輩、あの下水道に入っていくんですか？
そうですよ。あの横穴から中に入ります。日本の下水路は近代化されていますから、水路に落ちなければ濡れることもありません。ただし、背後や側面に気をつけて。中は明かりがありませんから、目より耳に気を配ってください。
Ciel descends from the bridge into the waterway. If I stand here dithering for too long, she's going to leave me behind. I take a deep breath, hop into the fence, and climb down the wall-mounted ladder to join her on the walkway.
まだ太陽は昇っていますが、中に入れば日差しも届きませんし、時間も経過するでしょう。あなたは後ろから離れないように。異常を感じたら、すぐに私の背中を叩くか、声で知らせてください。
はい。それより先輩、武器は？俺はナイフがありますけど。
心配には及びません。国権は必要数常備しています。今回はあくまで調査ですから、ロアの棺を発見次第、撤退して準備を整えます。本格的な光線はこの後です。内部で明かりは使わないので、そのつもりで。
そっか。吸血鬼に気づかれるもんな。携帯の明かりもダメですよね。でも、それだとどうやって中を調べるんですか？
暗視程度なら私でも使えますから、心配は不要です。水路内は私が先導しますから、先ほど言ったようにあなたは手を握っていてください。
Okay, dokie. She offers me her hand and I take it. With how tightly she squeezes my fingers, she must be more nervous than she's letting on.
行きます。ここからだと学校下付近の水路までは20分ほどでしょう。その間、余計な気は起こさないように。
I'm guessing what she means is try not to lose your nerve. Understood, I nod. With our hands firmly clasped together, I step into total darkness. God, is that shiste? Ew. The interior of the sewer looks nothing like I expected. The passage is about 2 meters wide. Each wall is lined with a walkway large enough for one person, making it for easy traversal. And though the stench of raw sewage is certainly noticeable, it's not overwhelming. Every so often I feel an unpleasant scorching underfoot, but that's as bad as it gets. I haven't even spotted any rats. Ciel was right. The sewers of a modern city are as well maintained as any other public facility. They are a far cry from Vlav catacombs. But it's not the question of hygiene that makes me uneasy. It's the constant trickle of water, the echoing of our footsteps, the unrelenting darkness. 20 minutes to the school, Ciel said. For now, at least. I only hear 2 pairs of feet. Ciel's pace seems slower than usual, probably out of the consideration for me. I follow along silently. Those 20 minutes had to have passed by now. Still no change in our surroundings. Still no sign from Ciel. I unconsciously squeeze her hand tighter.
止まって。今明かりをつけます。
Ciel would draw her hand from mine, with a pen-like flickers to life. It illuminates a ragged hole torn into the wall and a portion of empty space beyond.
これは
アルクエイドの仕業ですね。こんなところでこんなことをするのはあの考えなしだけでしょう。
なるほど。
I found myself nodding. It's probably so close as Arc gets to a surgical strike.
これ奥に部屋があるんですか？
そのようですね。下水地図にはこんな場所に部屋はありませんでしたが、罠はありませんね。中に入ります。足元に気をつけて。
Apparently, she can tell it's safe even from a distance. We make our way over the pulverized concrete and head into the makeshift tunnel. It leads to a small cavern. Its faint shaft of light floats down from the ceiling, falling on a paved floor and walls of rough-hewn stone. The sight feels familiar. I've seen it before, at the heart of Vlav catacombs, which means... Aha! There it is. In the center of the cavern, where the light meets the floor, sits a 2-meter-long structure. A stone coffin, with a shattered lid knocked askew.
そんな。
Ciel walks up to the coffin. I followed her behind her, close enough to peek into it. What's up, Seven? Just as I expected, there's a body inside. Or more to be accurate, a collection of splintered bones that may have once resembled a body. The only thing I can make out is a shattered ribcage. The heart held within it has been ripped out in a single blow. We're standing in Rora's final resting place, where Arc destroyed the rotting core of Soya's supernatural underbelly.
そんなことは。
先輩？
This isn't how I imagine she would react. Does it really matter how Rora died? She would be happy he's dead, not trembling like a child trapped in a nightmare.
どうしたんですか？そんな怖い顔して。ロアってやつはもういないんでしょ？ならこれで万事解決じゃないですか。
It's a catastrophe as far as I'm concerned, since Ciel no longer has a reason to stay in Soya, but objectively speaking, it's the best case scenario. And yet, Ciel is so shaken that she has to steady herself against the coffin.
違うんです。ロアが死んでいる状況は間違っている。これじゃ道理に合わない。転生体が死亡すればロアは次の転生先に移動する。彼を通常の手段で殺しきることはできません。でもそれでも一時的に痕跡は消えるんです。その町を汚染しているロアの転生体さえ消してしまえば、少なくとも町に根付いた下級の使徒は全滅する。だからもしこれが本当にロアの遺体なら、この町に死者が残っているはずがないんです。
I think back to when Arc explained the Dead Apostle ranks. One thing in particular jumps out at me. Dead Apostles of rank 3 and below, collectively referred to as the Dead, revert to ordinary corpses upon the death of their sire.
でもそれは下級の使徒だけの話でしょ。3階艇より上の吸血鬼ならロアがいなくなっても自分の意志で行動するって。
Yeah. Sure, we found some vampires in that underground garage, but they were at least rank 4. I don't see any cause for alarm.
ニュースはありましたか？テレビでもネットでもいい。ここ数日で身元不明の遺体を発見したというニュースはありましたか？ロア、親である人が消滅したのなら、その時点で隠蔽されていた事件が明るみになる。死と討伐において町がまだ平穏であること、それ自体が何も解決していない証拠なんです。
じゃあそこにあるロアの遺体は偽物で、
Wait!
ロアのやつは
No, Chicky, you dumb fuck. You can see her right there.
死とロアはまだこの町にいる。
Noelle?
いいえ、初めからずっと同じ体にいたんじゃないかしら。ねえ、そう思わない？遠野四季くん。
Tono Shiki. A sing-song voice echoes through the cavern. I wheel around to see Noelle, standing in the entranceway, dressed in her nun's habit. Suki
四
Peak?
季くんを尾行していたら、
I agree.
とんでもない場所に案内してもらっちゃった。それがロアの棺？今の話じゃもう何の意味もないゴミ箱みたいだけど。
Oh shit. Her halberd in hand, she steps into the chamber. The look on her face sets my every nerve on edge. This isn't the woman I come to know as my teacher. All I can think about is the gruesome spectacle at the abandoned factory. Her forced smile, her naked bloodlust, her lascivious stare, searching for the slightest opportunity to put her weapon to use. And this time, all of it is trained on me. Inside my sleeve, I use my knife into a grip. I stand on the balls of my feet, ready to react as she attacks. She looks on with amusement.
でもさすがシエルさんね。こんな逃げ場のない場所に標的をおびき出すなんて相変わらず手際がいいわ。ほら、早く始めましょう。入り口は私が押さえておくから、あなたはそこの吸血鬼を殺してあげて。
Ciel seems to deflate. Slowly, she turns to look at me. Her eyes are filled with a mixture of pity and remorse. My mind goes blank. I don't understand. I don't think I could even if I tried. The two executors appear to have come to a realization I'm not privy to.
まだ分かってないの？それとも分かってない演技？まあどっちでもいいんだけど、物証も取れたし、今なら審査もやってこないし、ようやく年貢の納め時よね。こんな結果になっちゃったのは残念だけど、ま、8割方分かっていたことだから悲しくもないか。それじゃバイバイ。あなたの悪運もここまでよ、吸血鬼。
何？
Whoa, is that his glasses? What's that fingerprints all over the screen? What the hell is she talking about? I have no idea what's going on. I feel the strength fading from my legs. My fingers tremble so violently I almost dropped my knife.
シエル先輩。
My whisper sounds like a sinner begging for clemency. But Ciel refuses to meet my gaze. Almost as though she's siding with Noelle and her insane delusions.
あのさ、いつまでも被害者面しないでもらえないかな。この付近でロアの転生先に該当する家柄は遠野家だけ。その遠野家には長男と長女がいたけど、次の転生先は男子であることだけは分かってた。だから必然君が今代のロアなわけ。
See man, this is all fucking Shiki fault. The other Shiki. He made everything more complicated with the same name being Shiki.
こんなこといちいち言わなきゃわからない。
バカなこと言わないでくれ。
Wait, technically it's fucking Akia's fault. She's the one that brought Shiki back to the Tono family.
俺は吸血鬼なんかじゃないし、ロアなんてやつも知らない。
Sheer indignation breaks me out of paralyze. I mean, none of it even makes sense. All I ever done is try to rid the city of vampires. How can she think I'm one of them?
あれもしかして本当に気づいてなかった？四季君ったらそこまで見事にシエルさんと同じなわけ？あっちゃー、これはちょっと悪いことしちゃったな。でも
The woman in the habit lower her eyes and press her hand to her mouth. Her shoulder starts to tremble. She's holding her breath, struggling to fight something back. A ghastly sound escapes through her fingers. Unable to contain herself any longer, she lets her hand fall and looks at me with madness in her eyes.
それでこそロアの生まれ変わりよね。最後まで自分が無実だなんて思い込んでるとか、無様すぎてワクワクしちゃう。
何がおかしいんだ、あんた。
I glare back at Noelle, tightening the grip of my knife. She thinks I'm royal host? Impossible. What is she even basing that on? The very idea makes me want to hurl.
もう必死になって可愛いんだから。でもそういうものらしいよ。ロアの転生先になった人間はみんな自分を保ったままある日あっさり変わるんだって。ねえ、そうでしょシエルさん。そもそもあなたは自分をまともだと思っていたの？ナイフ一本で人間を解体できる力は何？常人離れした判断力は？いくら吸血鬼だからって人間だったものをあっさり殺してしまえる価値観はまともだと言えるのかしら？
それ
Spark bursts inside my eyeballs. No,
いい加減自覚したら？あなたは人殺しを何とも思わない。いえ、殺人だけが得意な非人間なのよ。あなた自身が気がついていないだけで本当はとっくの昔に死んでいる気の狂った殺人鬼なんだって。
That's... I want to protest to deny it, but can I? Come to think of it, when was the last time I thought my eyes as something unusual?
違う。くだらない言いがかりはやめてくれ。それ以上はノエル先生が許せない。
Oh fuck, Shiki, what are you gonna do?
許せなくていいわよ。私も絶対に許さないし。
Can't he cut Noelle Halibert? Noelle Halibert can be cut with his knife. Time slows to a crawl. Noelle swings her right arm down, then out and back, like a pitcher throwing sidearm. I think the thing about Shiki is that he can only be strong against the supernatural. And he's only strong against the supernatural is because of the Narnia blood inside him. The Narnia blood inside him sparks his hidden talent of an assassin, right? Sharpen all his senses, give him the godlike reflexes that can cut Arc into 17 pieces in less than a second. That only happen when his Narnia blood is boiling. But against human beings, the Narnia blood does not boil. He can't spark it against human beings because they're not a supernatural. So he's just regular old Shiki against humans. Her arm lashes forward, launching a blade straight at me. I have no problem following the projectile. Noelle is far, far slower than Ciel. But still, I failed to respond because I can't compute why it would be leveled at me as though I was some sort of vampire. Should I dodge it? Should I knock it aside? My brain's overclocked, yet frozen by indecision. To dodge Noelle's knife would mean acknowledge that I'm its target. But that can't be right. It doesn't make any sense. I'm no vampire, so it doesn't be meant for someone else. It doesn't require a response. Logic errors compound, keeping me locked in place. The metal tip touches my chest. and to prove my claim of innocence, I offer it my heart. Ciel saved him. Yeah.
先輩何のつもりシエル
Escape death by a hair breadth. Ciel knocks the black key aside and sends it spinning into the darkness. She planted herself in front of me, squarely opposite Noelle.
下がりなさい代行者ノエル。彼がロアである確証は取れていません。今はロアの消滅の確認を先にすべきです。
はあ何を言ってるの確証なんて十分すぎるほど取れたでしょもうこの町に彼以外のロア候補はいないって
早計すぎます。それに彼はまだ何の罪も犯していない。無実の者を殺めることは許されません。
Damn. A smack of flesh on flesh rings across the chamber. No, just slapped herself hard across the face. She shouts at Ciel, aghast, a hand pressed against her reddened cheek. Wait, Noelle slapped herself hard across the face and says at Ciel. Her hand slithers up over her face, and her fingers begins to writhe, squeezing, squashing, kneading. She looks like a child freshly awoken from a nightmare, locked in paroxysms of terror.
ふざけないで
Noelle's shoulders tense. Ciel watches on, her gaze colored with pity.
無実ですって何言ってんのあんた今まで散々疑わしきは増してきたくせになんでこいつだけ見逃してやるって言うのよ
Noelle heaves her halberd in both hands and charges straight at me. I'm the only thing she cares about. Forgetting about Ciel, forgetting the entrance she was supposed to be guarding, she sprints towards to cleave me in two. But the blow never lands. An effortless kick from Ciel catapults her into the wall. I think Shiki could take on Noelle, bruh. Shiki's just shocked right now. Noelle coughs painfully as she steadies herself. Her halberd is gone, snapped in half by Ciel's kick, and sent flying from her hands.
落ち着きなさい代行者ノエル。あなたの行動は明らかな戒律違反です。先ほどの暴挙は見逃しますから、今は
かばうの
In this moment, their partnership fractured beyond repair. Even behind, I can see Ciel trembling. To Noelle, who looks her dead in the eyes, it forms an unmistakable declaration for allegiance.
何それ何なのよそれのぼせ上がるのも大概にしろって言うのよあの代行者シエルがこんなどこにでもいそうなガキ相手にまさか情とか映してるんじゃないでしょうね
私の個人的感情とは別の話です。仮に彼がそうであったとしてもまだ発言していないのなら間に合うかもしれない。
You can do
ロアに
that.
上書きされる
Prevents
前に助ける手
transformation.
段が
ないわよ転生先に選ばれた時点で終わりってもう結論が出てるじゃないいえそもそも助ける理由がないわ吸血鬼に情は無用でしょいつだってそうしてきたでしょ相手が何であれロアともども殺すだけだってあんたはいつも言ってたじゃない
それは
Ciel goes slack. The accusation has chiseled away her armor, stripping her down to an ordinary teenage girl. But Noelle knows exactly what she's doing.
俺と相手は別だってわけすっごい愛らしすぎて泣けてくるねえもしかしてあんたも私もバカじゃないのいいえ違うのよねもしかしなくても初めから私だけがバカだったわけ
Eyes blazing with hatred, Noelle reveals a fistful of black keys. But her fear is no longer directed at me.
ふざけやがってあんたの食材は何もかも嘘じゃない
3 black keys pierce the air. Ciel swats them away with a single hand.
それなら
Noelle knows she is outclassed. 3 black keys she strained to fit into her left hand was only a decoy, a distraction from the cremation rite concealed in her right. Her final desperate plan is to hurl it at a slack-jawed bystander watching the fight unfold, me. But that plan was smothered in an infancy. The black key from Ciel found its mark in Noelle's right shoulder the moment her first volley left her hand. I'm still kind of confused about black keys. Is black keys only supposed to hurt the supernatural? I know it says it can hurt people too, like a bullet, like a physical object at high velocities. But if it does magic like this, doesn't that mean Noelle is a vampire? A shrill scream pierces through blinding light. The black key in Noelle's shoulder ignites, sending a wave of electricity surging through her body. Configure to incapacitate rather than kill. It does not scorch Noelle's skin, but instead ravages the musculature beneath. Yeah, she's like supernatural, man. The black keys affected her. Unable to hold herself upright, Noelle glowers at Ciel from down on all fours. Fear cloud her rageful expression. The fear of the weak find themselves at the mercy of the strong. Ciel steps forward to retrieve her black keys. Fearing a killing blow, Noelle scrambles backward across the floor, like a beetle and his leg plucked, wiggling helplessly in his back. Her trembling lips beg Ciel to spare her.
立ち去りなさい、シスター・ノエル。今夜の件はその傷で不問とします。支部に戻り手当てを受けなさい。その右腕はあなたでは癒せない。回復した後は、周りを司祭代行の指示に従うように。
So the black keys can hurt people and make them bleed and electrify. Noelle chokes back a pained moan behind gritted teeth. She plants her left hand against the wall, staggered to her feet and flees, dragging one paralyzed leg behind her. Wait, what? I thought she hit the shoulder though. Let's see. So it hits her shoulder or she electrified? And her legs are now paralyzed. Alright, I guess. But not before casting one last tear-filled glare at Ciel. The unexpected intruder now departed. Silence returned to the cavern. Neither of us speaks. I'm still busy processing Noelle's accusation, while Ciel gazes bitterly down that row of coffin.
先輩、ノエル先生の言ってたことは、
I can't bring myself to ask whether it's true. Noelle might have been unhinged, but still, there was something about me that had her convinced. Royal looks for two very specific qualities in his host. You just haven't realized it yet. And there's no denying that both of them apply to me. Which means that maybe I really am.
それはありえません。まったく、遠野くんまで本気にしないでください。ノエル先生の言い分はあくまで可能性の話で、現実的とは言えません。だいたいロアはここで死んでいるんですから、それでいいじゃないですか。
What?
でも、ロアは遠野家の長男だって。
ええ、それは確かです。
He was. He's right there. The corpse. That's the eldest son of the Tono family.
だってここで死んでいる遺体が、その長男なんですから。
Oh! Does she know about the secret?
長男ってそのミイラか。
ミイラ？まあミイラですけど、私の調べでは遠野家にはもう一人子供が、養子がいたんですよ。7年前に死亡したと記録にはありますが、
Oh!
その遺体はどこにもなかった。
Dude! What? Did they explain that in the arc route? I don't remember. Ciel knows about Shiki. The Shiki of the Shikis. But she got them mixed up. Shiki's the adopted, what that Shiki's dead. Wait a minute. Too many fucking Shikis in this universe, man. Workers claim passed away 7 years ago.
おそらく秘密裏に生き延び、ここでロアとして活動していたのでしょう。
Fucking Kohaku feeding mummified Shiki.
じゃあそいつは遠野家の養子だったのか。
間違いなく。そうでなければ死体の数が合いませんから。遠野くんは覚えがありませんか？遠野の家にいた子供のはずなんですが。
いえ、それが。すみません。ちょっと記憶にないです。親父が養子を取っていたこと自体初耳でした。
Okay.
そうですか。遠野家も古い家柄ですから叩けば埃が出るのでしょうけど。ああ、そういえば遠野名義でオフィス街の土地売買で不自然なお金の流れがありましたっけ？
What?
あれなんかいかにも非合法スレスレな感じでしたが。
Business district?
ちょっと待ってください。親父はともかく秋葉にやましいところなんかありませんから。養子のことだって秋葉は知らないだろうし。
Akira
おや
knows
お
already.
や、こんな時でも妹さんを立てるとは感心です。家ではさぞ頼りにされているお兄さんと言いました。
Alright, so I know in the original lore, I think this what happened in the original lore. They said that they hypnotized him. I don't know, some bullshit to make him lose his memories. Is that the same thing? Man, I don't know. I always kind of hate that kind of shit. Oh, it's so convenient. I forgot my memories. Kind of shit. Come on, man. Although I don't think that's how Akia would describe our relationship.
そのあたりの事実関係は今後の調査ですね。下級使徒の遺体が出てこないのは気になりますが、思い返してみればデパート地下の件がありました。グローブが暴れたことで下級使徒の大部分は瓦礫に埋もれたのでしょう。繰り返しますが、遠野くんがロアのはずがないんです。今日だって普通に学校に来ていたでしょ。ロアは使徒なんですから太陽の下には出歩けません。
Oh, that's true too. That's a good point.
じゃあノエル先生の考えはただの的外れってこと
でしょうね。まったく早とちりにも程があります。遠野くんは遠野くんです。ちょっと特別な目があるだけの
Let's call him
危なっ
Shiki.
かしくて放っておけない男の子ですよ。
Unusual eyes. Okay. As she flashes me an unusual smile. As she flashes me her usual smile, I realize just how badly I wanted to hear those words. A great unease lifts from my shoulders. Just as I finally catch my breath, my anemia returns. Today, Barrage's surprise numbed me to my exhaustion, but it seems I can't ignore it any longer.
あとはこの遺体の処理ですね。焼却処理しますから遠野くんは離れていてください。
I do as Ciel says. As soon as I'm safely back to the sewer passage, Ciel sets Roa corpse aflame. Dang, dude, that dude lived for 7+ years only to fucking meet a horrible end? That's fucked up. In a way, it's sort of anticlimactic. The vampire who haunted the city for years met his end in a dark corner of the sewers, unbeknownst to any of the people he preyed upon. Of course, Roa is far from truly dead, as his reincarnation makes him effectively immortal. The shadow over Soya, however, has passed. At long last, the vampire murders are at an end. Or are they? Dun dun dun. The moon shines bright overhead. Ciel doesn't say a word on her way back to the surface. Damn, that's a really, really beautiful background. Hey, good shit. Good shit. As I stare at the back of her head, my thoughts drift to what must come next. Roa is gone. My partnership with Arc is over. Roro was the only reason she and Ciel were here. Now that she's out of the picture, now that he's out of the picture, Ciel has no reason to remain. I grind my teeth in frustration. I made my peace with the fact that we would have to part. Only I never imagined the moment would come so soon. I don't want Ciel to go, but there's nothing I can do to make her stay. I still glance at her face. Can't help but wonder what is she plans to do next.
遠野くん
I don't know where Ciel stops.
何ですか先輩。
I brace myself for the words I already know are coming, so my voice won't crack when I say goodbye.
いえただの市場なのですが昼間の話の続きをしていいですか
She must be referring to our conversation about her immortality.
全然いいですけど、先輩の体がアルクエイドみたいってことですか？
Ciel nods, her gaze fixed firmly forward. A tense silence stretches between us. Finally, Ciel takes a deep breath and breaks it.
もしもの話ですよ。遠野くんは違うと言いましたけど、私が本当に吸血鬼だったらどうしますか？
My mind goes blank for a moment. I don't understand what she is trying to say.
私は彼女と同じなんです。彼女が経験のない吸血鬼であるように、私は自覚のない吸血鬼なのかもしれない。
She sounds more like she's talking to herself than to me. I don't know what to say. I'm not qualified to offer her comfort, nor to argue her point. But what I do know is that she's laying her greatest vulnerability at my feet. So a lie or a half-truth won't cut it. I have to tell her my honest feelings.
いいです、そんなの。だからいいって言ったんです。たとえ吸血鬼でも
Oh shit.
俺は先輩が好きだよ。
Oh. Ciel jumps like she had cold water poured down her back. She wheels around to face me.
そうですか？吸血鬼に例えたのは別の意図だったのですが、私を信じられるかどうかといった事件も解決しましたし、遠野くんの記憶を消すかどうか決めなくてはいけないので。
あ、そうですよね。そういう話ですよね。もちろん信じます。っていうか先輩の秘密はちゃんと守ります。
Ciel cheeks flush red, but I feel my own face burning even brighter. How am I so bad at reading between the lines?
とにかく俺にとってシエル先輩は何があってもシエル先輩ってことです。それより早く帰りましょう。ここ寒いですか？
I'm trying to change the subject. I end up blundering headfirst into the very topic I've been trying to avoid. We should head home. What does home mean to Ciel now? My brain freezes. I stare at the ground, terrified to look Ciel in the eye.
遠野くん、
Her voice rings clear through the frigid air, and colorless tone tells me that there's no avoiding what comes next.
何？
I keep my eyes firmly lowered.
私が何のためにこの町に来たか知っていますよね？
もちろんロアを退治するためです。
ええ。けどその理由までは話していませんでした。本当は今夜2人で町に出た時にお話ししようと思ってたんですけど、なんかあっけなく終わっちゃいましたね。
そうですね。拍子抜けするぐらいあっけなく終わりました。
Then again, this moment was always coming. Fate conspired to bring it about sooner than I expected, but it was only a matter of time.
けど先輩がロアを追っていたのは教会の仕事だったからでしょう。理由なんて他にあるんですか？
ええ。私の所属しているチームは なんていうか、あんまり仕事がないんです。あっても年に数回、ちょっと呼び出される程度で。ですから今回の件は私の独断なんです。私は教会の指示ではなく、自分の意思でこの町にやってきました。
先輩の意思？
はい。私は自分の事情だけで行動していました。私は人間として死にたいからずっとロアを追っていたんです。私の体がこんなになってしまったのは彼に原因がありましたから。
She wants to die. She wants to die?
それだけのために私はこうして生きながらえてきました。けどそれも終わりです。代行者になってから6年間、長かったのか短かったのかよくは分かりませんけど。
The colonist's voice falls silent. A slender hand comes into view.
顔を上げてください。最後は笑顔でと言ったのは遠野くんの方ですよ。
Oh, this song! I love this song! Alright. Ciel weaves her fingers through mine. Her face lights up with the same brilliant smile that's given me courage time and time again.
遠野くんには感謝しています。
That's my senpai.
私の仕事はこれでおしまいです。あとは残った自分の責任を果たさなくちゃいけません。
先輩、やっぱり。
You really leaving?
記憶を消そうと思ったけどやめます。遠野くんには嫌われたくありませんから。今までありがとうございました。
Dang, this makes me want to reread the
私
original
こんなに
Tsukihime.
嬉しかったの久しぶりです。ですから最後に握手しましょう。
I really like this OST. This OST in the original Tsukihime is usually reserved for the ending. Like, yeah, pretty much the ending. I'm surprised they're using it right now. So that's why she took my hand. I finally answered her grip, squeezing back tightly. With so many emotions swirling through my chest, I can't do anything else in the moment. The only thing I can get back to her is a simple gesture.
それではお別れです。ですね。私がいなくなっても乾くんと仲良くしてくださいね。私遠野くんと乾くんみたいな学生になりたかった。あとですね、あんまりメガネを外しちゃダメですよ。得意なものは得意なものを引き寄せるんです。今回は解決しましたけど次はどうなるかわからないんですから。
はい、それは知ってます。昔厳しく教えてくれた人がいましたから。そもそもですね、俺がメガネを外したのはここ最近の話ですよ。
そうですか。それを聞いて安心しました。
I'll go. The goat. Ciel fingers withdraw from mine. Our handshake undone, it will take a few steps back. She really feels so far beyond my reach.
先輩、また会えますか？俺たち。
The question swells within me that I can't hold it any longer.
もちろん縁があればきっと。だって私も遠野くんもまだ生きているんですから。
Yeah, maybe she's right. As long as we're alive, there'll always be hope. The fact that we even met at all is proof of that.
もうちょっとだけお話がしたかったけどキリがないからここまでにします。遠野くんにはこんなのばっかりですね。
I feel like we had this conversation before. Did she say this in the original Tsukihime? Right, doesn't this feel like the original ending of the Tsukihime, where they say goodbye to each other? I feel like it. With an embarrassed smile, Ciel turns her back to me.
それじゃあさようなら。
Sayonara.
帰り道迷わないように気をつけて。
I guess I can boot up the original Tsukihime after this. Just to remember. I can't say anything back. I can't stop her from walking away. And just like that, the girl I've been chasing after vanishes into the night. The emptiness in my chest is the only proof she was even real.
そっか。今になってようやくわかった。
But my heart is at peace. I feel none of the depression of self-loathing that plagued me yesterday. Part of me knew from the start that Ciel and I could never be together. That we live in different worlds, different times. All lives diverge sooner or later. It wasn't the thought of parting itself that hurt so much, but doing so without a proper farewell. But this time, it's not like that. This time, we said goodbye with a smile. So now, I can let her go with no regrets. Or so, I have to believe.
戻ろう。いつまでもここにはいられない。
I silenced my wayward thoughts and set off. So your long night has come to a close. Now it's time to leave these memories behind me and return to my normal life. Alright. Is that the mansion? Yes. I arrived safely back at the mansion. It's already after 9 p.m. Over an hour past curfew.
お帰りなさいませ、
Oh
シキさん。
fuck. Run, Shiki. It's Kohaku.
お疲れでなければ何よりです。今日は幾分
Oh
遅いお帰りになりましたが、お
Shiki,
体の具合はいかがですか？
go to Hisue right now. Kohaku greets me in the lobby. I think that's the only safe place he has, right? With Hisue. Like, you do not want to be alone with Kohaku. You do not want to be alone with Kohaku. Kohaku greets me in the lobby. She must have been waiting here for a while now, watching the front gate for my return. Normal life? Not at the Tono mansion. That is no. Go back to the Arimas. That's what they called, right? The Arimas. The person that took care of Shiki before the Tonos. I think so, right? Miyako Arima. I think it's Arima. Yeah. Yeah, go back to the Arima, dude. Fuck the Tonos. No, you do not want to be in this mission.
ただいま、琥珀さん。それとごめん。ちょっと潮で遅くなっただけで、具合を悪くしたとかじゃないんです。
Just leave right now, Shiki.
無事に帰ってきていただけたの
Don't
な
worry
ら
about
いいです。
Akia. She was okay 7 years without you. She'll be okay for the rest of her life without you, Shiki. You do not need to worry about Akia. Go back to fucking the Arima family, man.
ご夕飯でしたらすぐにご用意いたしますので、
More than Akia.
今の方でお待ちいただければ。
今には秋葉はいる。
I'm used to breaking curfew at this point, but I'm not sure I can face Akia while Noelle words still weigh on my mind.
いえいえ、秋葉様でしたらお部屋の方に戻られていますので、どうかご安心くださいな。
Why did she make
お
that
小言
face?
は
You
明日の
saw
朝
that?
にまで持ち越しということで。
Man, I cannot trust Kohaku at all. Go back.
ただいま、琥珀さん。
いえ、ご夕飯です。
今には秋葉はいる。
いえいえ、秋葉様でしたらお部屋の方に戻られていますので、
I like Kohaku so much too. I'm not gonna lie, she's
お小言
cute.
は明日の朝にまで持ち越しということで。
Come on, man, how can you not like Kohaku? Okay. You got like 1,000 reasons of not liking Kohaku, but I can fix her, man.
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだけど。
I can fix her.
あのさ、琥珀さん。この家に俺と秋葉以外の兄弟がいたって話。
Oh, fuck! Alright. Wash your face. Wash your face.
四季さんと秋葉様以外のご子息様ですか？そういった話はないと思いますよ。
Damn, Nasu, you should
ど
have
う
made
したんで
her.
すか、四季さん。何かあったんですか？
I feel like Nasu should have made her look a little bit more suspicious. We know she's lying her fucking ass off, but doesn't look like it.
いや、ただ俺に兄貴がいたかもしれないって、そんな話を聞いてさ。 ちょっと記憶に自信がなくて。
四季さんと明葉様は二人きりの兄弟ですよ。
Oh, she is a
幼い頃
liar.
からお屋敷で働いている私が言うんですから、間違いはありません。
Kaku beams with pride. Well, she's not lying. He only had one son, technically. He never had a second son. Shiki's not adopted. He was more like a pet in the storehouse. Whatever. Kaku beams for pride. I guess she would know, especially if she's been working here since.
琥珀さん、
Oh.
昔からここで働いてたんですか？
Alright. Look at her face. Look at her face.
はい、
Okay.
見習いとしてですが、翡翠ちゃんと一緒に簡単なお手伝いをさせていただいておりました。何分昔のお話ですから、四季さんが覚えていらっしゃらないのは当然だと思います。
You know what I hate? I said this earlier. The main fucking character, Shiki, for the sake of plot, does not remember shit. And then if you do Hisue route, he suddenly remember, oh, that's right, I used to play with Hisue in the garden with Akiya and Shiki. I'm like, motherfucker, you never remember playing with Hisue until you got to the Hisue route. What? That's some bullshit ass plot armor memories.
いや、でも合っているなら少しは覚えているべきですけど。
I can't believe I forgot something like that.
それは仕方のないことです。昔の遠野邸はご来賓の方も多かったですし、何より子供の頃の話ですから。今ですらこんな大きなお屋敷なんですよ。子供の視点では果てのない迷路のように思えたものです。この本館だけでも覚えきれなかったのに、今はもう取り壊されたテニスコート横の迎賓館や植物園、離れのお屋敷もありました。
They have a
ご親
tennis
戚の
court.
方々も滞在していましたし、あの頃誰がどこにいたのかを把握していたのは、それこそご当主であらせられた牧久様だけかと存じます。
そうですね。言われてみれば確かに。
They remember being warned at great length that, for my own safety, I would never enter the second floor of the guest house unsupervised. Excuse me. In a mansion this large, two people could conceivably live out their entire childhoods without ever seeing each other.
そうですとも。明葉様がお忙しいので今はお暇を出されていますが、乗馬用の馬屋もあったんですから、あの頃のお庭は毎日がお祭りのようで大変楽しゅうございました。
With a wistful smile, Kawaka departs for the kitchen. Alright. I'm a little bit disappointed in the scene. Kawaku did not look suspicious at all. Even though we know full damn well she is guilty as fuck. But she didn't look
何年も前に死んだ様
she
子
didn't
か
look suspicious. She played it out perfectly. You should have asked Akiya. Akiya is in her room. So you can't ask Akiya. We know better not to go inside a lady's room. Besides Kohaku's. No, Kohaku's right. There's no point in dwelling on this. He should ask Hisue. Hisue would lie to Shiki. Right? He should ask Hisue that. Perhaps there really was someone in this mission who Roa chose as his host. Someone who really was transformed into a vampire and fled the mansion to live on the steady underbelly, but tracking them down won't change the
ア
past.
キハが知らないなら無理に伝える必要はないよな。もう終わったことなんだから。
With that, I head to the parlor. I'm not particularly hungry, but I shouldn't skip meals. I need all the energy I can get right now. Just gonna get some food. Then he didn't talk to Hisue at all? It's kinda amazing that he doesn't trust Hisue all that much. I mean, he kinda trusts her, but after everything she did for him, letting him sneak out of curfew, going out at night, make sure he's okay in the morning, wake him up, get him dressed. Always worries about him too. After finishing dinner and taking a bath, I collapse into bed. I draw the cover over myself and stare vacantly at the ceiling, where once I felt a sense of foreboding at the prospect of sleep. I now feel only release. Or perhaps just another word of emptiness. It's over. All I have to show for my adventures are memories and scars. Tomorrow, I'll go back to being an ordinary high schooler. I've done enough fighting, enough killing. It's time to forget. I'll forget everything, and when I wake up tomorrow, I shake away the memory encroaching on my mind. Ciel is long gone. Not that I could have asked her to stay on my own selfish account.
くそ。そんなわけなかったんだ。
Dang, you should have fucking kissed her or something, bro. You fucked up. I always knew Ciel and I lived in different worlds. That's why I accepted that our parting was for the best. I wanted to show her that I understood, for fear that she might resent me otherwise. But now I'm living with the consequences. That blustered about saying goodbye with a smile was no more than a mask for my feelings. I couldn't forget our time together if I tried. If I'd known it would hurt so much, maybe I should ask her to erase my memories after all.
バカか。俺は。
I quashed the thought before I can finish it. It's too late for this. I need to go to sleep. Acceptance will set in by tomorrow, I'm sure. That's how it always goes. The darkness of sleep will wash away my memories. And when I resurface, if I resurface, I'll greet the morning anew. Clinging to that hope, I surrender my body and mind to my exhaustion. Alright. Is he going to sleep? Let's see. He's going to wake up. Yo, it's not over yet. Noelle? Where there once a public park, now a sea of rubble remains. Due to investigation of the mysterious gas explosion that birthed it was shelved within a day. The area remains sealed off by the police. The crater is as desolate and silent as the grave. And it is to this blasted wasteland that Sister Noelle has fled in agony and desperation. With her paralyzed leg unable to offer support, she descends the debris on hands and knees. Her face is smeared with filth. Her habit is torn to shreds. Her wounded shoulder is black with necrosis. It would be hard to imagine a more pitiful sight. Someone in the know might think of her as a lesser dead apostle, even one of a shambling dead. None would believe that she was, until mere hours ago, an executor. Her leg catches on a mound of debris, sending her tumbling down the slope like a discarded bag of garbage. Damn, dude, Nasu hate Noelle. What the fuck? Call it garbage. She stifles the scream that wants to tear through her throat. Although no one's chasing her now, silence is still imperative. She is fleeing from many things. From a mentor and fellow executor. From a insufferable superior who demanded her deliver her report in person. And most of all, from burning thirst that only blood can slake. Whoa! What do you mean burning thirst that only blood can slake?
治療なんて受けられるわけないじゃない。
She's hungry. The agony on her shoulder is enough to make her weep. Ordinarily, she would visit the church local headquarters for treatment, but that is no longer an option. Submitting to a medical inspection in her current condition would be tantamount to suicide. Damn, dude, Noelle! She's a vampire. Because Vlad bite her. It's okay. Between her putrefying arm and her burning throat, her sanity is under assault with two fronts. Anyone else would think only of trying to weather the storm, but not her. In this, her darkest hour, her thoughts are filled with nothing but hate.
何あれ、何よあれ、何なのよ。
She pounds her left fist, her only functional limb, into the ground. With a surge of bitterness, she reflects on the battle she just lost. It was over almost before it began. She knew that she had no chance of winning a fair fight. Her only hope was the element of surprise, so she would draw her enemy attention with a feint, creating an opening to kill the young man behind her. It was the perfect plan, but a perfect plan never stood a chance. Then how about this? She threw her first 3 black keys with all she had, only for them to be deflected. That much she expected, though she had secretly hoped that one might find its mark. Then she was bested before her master stroke ever left her hand. Oh, dude, she had that move in Melty Blood. That move right there. Well, not that electricity move. I meant the one that Noelle did, the 3 keys. I think that was the thing in Melty Blood. I gotta play again. In that moment, she knew despair. Her mind flooded with masochistic self-loathing. I never even saw her move. How am I supposed to fight that? I always knew I was weaker, but I worked all 6 years to catch up. And I was sure ahead. How? How has she widened that gap even more than before? I'm not even a worm beneath her boot. On your feet, Sister Noelle. She called her sister then, not executor, not disciple, but sister. As if to say other titles no longer applied. Well, so be it. She knows full well that she has strayed from the right path. This day was going to come, with or without Shikitono. And yet.
悔しい、悔しい、悔しい。
She howls her resentment into the night. She looks... How dare she look so weak? How dare she act so vulnerable? How dare she bare her heart? How dare she show humanity? So underhanded, so unforgivable betrayal. How dare she? For 6 years, Noelle kept her resentment in check. For 6 years, she repressed her envy of Ciel genius, comforted that her partner was bound by chains no amount of talent can break. But then, how is she to explain what just transpired? Her thirst for vengeance was quelled by one thought alone. Ciel is no longer a human being, but a hero. But what if that was proven false? What if Ciel inhumanity was only a facade? What if, in her hearts of hearts, she sought happiness like anybody else? Then there could be no greater betrayal. Ciel must atone. That much she owes to Noelle. She must pay the price for ruining everything. Does she think she can sneer at that obligation from behind her mask? Only on account of her freakish strength was she allowed back into the fold. Only because of her inhumanity were her sins forgiven. A mere human would be granted no such clemency. She demands punishment. Evil demands retribution. Cruelty demands cruelty in return. If Ciel were human, her crimes would cry for answer.
なのに何もできない。強いからって幸せになるの？私は弱いからこのまま死ねっていうの？悔しい。私があいつよりもっと強かったら。
Strong enough to deliver God's punishment. Strong enough to show the Iron Maiden, that mindless killing machine, her place. Her claws mindlessly at the rubble, tearing out her nails, wearing her fingertip down to her bloody nubs.
神様。
I beseech you, grant me salvation. It rained down upon her just retribution. The falling executor goes on spewing vile curses in her hysteria. She has long forgotten the core tenet of prayer. That above all else, one offer them not to seek worldly benefit. Never mind personal profit.
でもそれが大変いいのです。
Professor? What will we call her? Dr. Eric? Professor Eric?
私、その祈りだけで十分おかずにできちゃいそう。
I already know this. Someone already spoiled it on me of that shit. Noah spins around to face the source of the voice, oblivious to the trap that has just snapped shut.
はーい、こんばんは。こんなところに隠れ家を作ってるなんていけない子ね。ま、そのあたりはどうでもいいけど。なに？ノエルちゃんが強くなれればそれでいいの？
Noelle struggles to comprehend what is happening. She has been camping out in this crater to avoid being found by Mario. But not even Ciel knows of her hiding place. So how did this strange woman track her down?
来ないで。誰よ、あなた。
私は通りすがりの善人よ。ノエルちゃんにちなんでスクルージとか名乗ってもいいんだけど。
Can we get her a happy ending?
私キャロルはなんか嫌いなのだわ。だってあれ、強者が弱者になっちゃう話じゃない？愛が足りないんだってば、愛が。その点私はラブ大サービス。弱者を強者にするのがライフワークなの。どう？今なら底辺で出会った記念にあなたを強くしてあげるけど。
Noelle laughs at the absurdity of it all. This bizarre stranger is so nonsensical, so forcitious, that she can't even bring herself to be afraid.
ふざけないでよ。何も知らないくせに。何気軽に歌ってるのよ。強くなれるのならとっくになって。私みたいな凡人じゃ、あの天才には何をやったってかなわない。
Rage and frustration spills from her lips. Emotion that has her repressed for 6 years. No, 13 years now. 13 years?
何をやったって？今、そう言ったのかしら、お嬢さん。
Ojo-san. It is as though a switch has been flicked. High-heeled shoes click sharply against the stone of white coat figure's approaches.
あなたはまだ何もしていない。ただ生きてきただけ。強くなる努力も工夫も対価も愛も何一つ支払っていない。
Spindling fingers brush Noelle's lips. A pale hand lifts her mud-smeared chin.
でもまだ間に合うわ。ねえ、かわいいお嬢さん。強くなれるのなら本当に何をしてもいいのかしら？
A newfound spark of resolve is lit within her. Ignoring her creeping dread, she nods in agreement, and her fate is sealed.
でも、どうやって？
そんなの簡単よ。私があなたを本物の吸血鬼にしてあげる。
待って、何言ってるの？吸血鬼にするって。それより本物って。
そう。
She's not a...
の。
Damn, we all thought she was a vampire already. I mean, she even thought she was a vampire. I guess not.
ノエルちゃんたら血を吸われたから使徒化してると思ってるけど、それただの勘違いだから。あなたには使徒になる才能すらない。本当の凡人であることをまだ受け入れてなかったのね。
Damn. That means she could have just went to the church like Mario said that Ciel wanted, and she would have been okay. Damn, Noelle, you kind of fucked up.
でも安心して。
Well, maybe the church would have
私の
killed her.
方法
We
な
don't
ら
know.
どんな人間も。それこそ虫けらだって吸血鬼にしてあげられるわ。
I mean, would you trust her? I keep looking down. I can't help it. The subtitles are down there. There's no subtitles down there.
待って。私、おさい
up there and the subtitles are up there. What the fuck?
こんなに苦しいのに。
ああ、それただの思い込み。あ
Damn,
とちょっと
Noelle.
風邪気味なだけなんじゃない？
You're a fucking idiot, Noelle. God, she's dumb. As Noelle tries to scramble away, a weight gently settles on her back. She looks around to find her body entangled in sticky white thread. Something horrifying is on top of her, straddling her, running its glistening tongue over her lips like a colossal, hideous spider toying with a fly.
さあ行ってみましょうか。かわいい虫けらさん。
Dang. Dang it, Noelle. Why do you think you're a vampire? You could walk in daylight, couldn't
臨
you?
床実験は私も初めてだからドキドキして思わず食べちゃいそう。やめ、お願い、やめて、やだ、吸血鬼になるのだけは死んでも嫌。
Damn. I like that character. Rip Noelle. Damn it. In a few short minutes... Oh, fuck. The pain of rebirth subsides. While her flesh has been entirely transformed, her minds remain intact. Her human sensory functions, cognition, and worldview are now being updated in real time to match her new physiology. Damn, dude. Fucking Nasu, dude. Turn her to a loli. You unforgivable. Nasu. You son of a bitch. Make her a vampire is one thing, but a loli. Fuck. Her voice swells with equal parts joy and agony. She once swore that she would never become a vampire. That vow remains unbroken. For even now, seeking revenge on vampires remains her raison d'etre. But within minutes, that too will fade. As the ecstasy of immortality courses through her, her human obsession will come to seem pretty petty and small.
ほら、なってしまえば楽でしょ。そういう姿になったのは予想外だけど、そっか。ノエルちゃんはその頃が一番ノリノリだったってこと？
This part never makes sense to me. So if you become a vampire when you peak or when you were at your happiness? So Nasu's explanation on Noelle being a loli is because she was happier when she was a kid. That's when she was the happiest time of her life. I don't know, man. Why, Nasu? Why? Why couldn't you just make her the same age? Whatever she was, right? 27? And just make her to a vampire. Why you gotta lolify her? Why?
そうよ。
What the
わか
fuck?
る。これが私。この姿が私。こうなりたかったのが私。
Okay.
すごく上出来。気に入ったわ、この姿。ありがとうって言ってあげる。
お礼は結構事前授業だもの。でもそれだけじゃあの大校舎には勝てないわよ。むしろカモになった感じ。
そんなの言われなくても分かっているわ。今の私なら黒剣一本で始末さ
I
れ
do
る。
know one thing. Noelle,
どうす
her
れば
vampire powers is cool. She has the shining gun. The Mangekyo shining gun, bro. That's what she has. She got genjutsus.
もちろん追加の注射をしなくちゃね。
それはさっきの注射と違うの？
同じものよ。これ一本一本がイデアのレプリカ。一本ごとに使徒の海底を上げる
Per
私
shot.
特製の麻薬ってわけ。ただし一本ごとに死の痛みが魂に降りかかっちゃう。痛覚のない人にとって原理の書き換えは死の痛みだもの。命の保証はできないってのが泣きどころかしらね。
The creature in the lab coat brandishes 6 syringes. Noelle senses innately that she is currently equal to the rank 2 dead apostle. Rank 4, a dead apostle capable of overpowering a typical executor. And a rank 5 dead apostle bears a curse potent enough to defeat them by the score. If so, then 2 or 3 more injections, she would have nothing left to fear. Should she take them all, she would ascend to the 8th rank, putting her on the verge of ancestorhood. What? Even a true ancestor will fear her. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. So she's rank 2. If she take 3, she'll be rank 5. She needs 6 shots to be rank 8, right? I don't know about that. But each dose will drag her to death and back. And with a dead apostle awareness, she can tell that her soul is not resilient enough to withstand them all.
一本で1回転。
Which one? Hmm.
ええ、それは保証してあげる。さあ、あなたは何本まで試すのかしら。
Obscene smile dares the newborn dead apostle to take the plunge. She hesitates for a moment. It's not. Oh! She snatches all 6 syringes from a benefactor hand and face contorted with fear drives 1 into her heart. Oh, she only drives 1? Alright. A synthetic principle, a dear Mosiac, courses to her veins. Agony far worse than previous transformation rends her flesh, accompanied by visceral revulsion, as though she is being rejected by the earth and everything upon it. One would think the capacity for pain is all that was left on her. A series of alterations are attempted, rejected, and revised in this nightmarish caricature of an experiment. Grotesque death and gruesome rebirth alternate in the span of seconds. Agony racks her crimson body, stripping her even of the ability to call for help. No moon shines down from above. No stars gleam in the sky. This is hell on earth, an inescapable 8-leg cage. And so her cries go unheard, swallowed by the darkness, until she has become a true vampire in body and in soul. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the come-up story of Noelle becoming a vampire. And each shot goes up a rank? Did she take all 8? That would be kind of cool. And then that would explain her fucking ninjutsus. My bad, her genjutsu that she'll get. Dude, she is kind of fucking strong as fuck. Hey. The only complaint I have is they lollified her. I don't like that. That suck ass. I like Noelle, man. And they lollified her. Oh my god. Come on, Nasu. And not only did they lollified her, they made her dress like a slut in the body of a loli. I'm like, what? What? Why can't you do that? Why couldn't you do that when she was grown? Why you gotta do it when she's a loli, Nasu? What the fuck? I don't think that's Takuichi's decision. Takuichi just want to draw saber faces. What the fuck, Nasu? Epilogue. Oh, that was the end of Ciel. Oh. That's the ending of the original Tsukihime. No wonder they played that song. So now everything from this point on. Well, they even did the arc fight. They're probably gonna do that at the ending. But this is like pretty much OG Tsukihime. That's how it ended. That's why that scene probably felt familiar Or maybe I'm remembering wrong. I don't know. But that's GG's for one day. Right? We'll do more Tsukihime next time. That's cool. I do want to see what they do with Noel. But that's next time. GG's for now. GG's.